Hey y'all, welcome back. Welcome back. It's late night. I woke up late. I slept pretty much all day. So I'm kind of up late. We are on vacation, so why not? How are y'all doing? So I don't know what topic to discuss. Can y'all hear me? Hold on one second. Let me switch this up. There we go. Okay. Y'all can hear me? Okay. Um, I don't know what to discuss. That's why I wanted you guys to give me a topic tonight, and maybe I'll have a caller call in because I know a lot of people have been waiting for me to do a video where I do a call in. But you have to have something to talk about, that's interesting, or you teach me something that I don't know, or something. So, who feels like they can do this? And I'll have them call in. Thank you. So, does anyone want to talk about? Let's see. There was a 9.0 earthquake in Antarctica today. Wow. And there was some type of meteor in China too, right? Karma, people so scared of it. Karma is just a choice, Predictions did that yesterday. Family energy over the holidays. Nope. Narcissistic men don't know any. We are on the spiritual channel. For those of you who click before reading, we are on the spiritual channel. Okay, it's important to look before you click. Okay. Did the line form the shortage preventing the stimulus contract? All of that is code. How about someone that knows how to decode? Okay. And doesn't take everything literally. This would be a better discussion. Like, is there anyone in here that doesn't take everything literal and takes everything and decodes it? Is that how you approach life? Because that's how I do it. And I think that's also another reason that I can control my emotions so well, because I don't react to things. I analyze them first and decode them, and then all that kind of stuff before I do anything. You're right. You try to decode everything. Right. So, hi. Does anyone have any topics that they want to put out as an idea? I think the literal side is so real, though. It's not real to me. I mean, think about this. 20 years, I mean, not 200 years ago, if something happened on the other side of the world, you would have no idea it happened. It would not be real to you. But now that we have TV and media that can make up stuff or even show you stuff that has nothing to do with you, then it becomes real to you because you allowed it inside of you, inside of your mind. So a lot of stuff is not real to me because it didn't happen to me, in the vicinity of me, or to anyone that I know. So if we were back 200 years ago, I wouldn't even be worried about half the stuff. You know what I'm saying? I might read it in a newspaper after 2 weeks after it happened. So this is why I say we should not focus so much on things that have nothing to do with us, or things that don't really affect us. We shouldn't worry about any of those things. If there's a situation where you can be touched by something, then you're prepared, A, B, C, and D, but you don't need to be worried about something that will never touch you. Right. Missing people phenomenon. They've been kidnapping. What you think they using to experiment on and extract essences from? I mean, they've been kidnapping since forever. It's not something new. It's quite old, but a lot of people still want to treat it like it's new. That's been happening forever. So, I mean, we can discuss it, but it's not going to solve anything. Right. Yep. Neverland was sold. Decode the person's name and the amount that it was sold for. That should tell you everything. Right. I think the dude's name is Ron Burkle, and it was sold for $22 million. 22. 22 twins. 2020 for Ron World Ruler Burkle. I think that represents. I always forget like one detail, so I got to look up the name Burkle. But I think it meant something like. Hold on, let me get out of here. I was trying to call somebody. What a name, huh? Burkle. It means dweller at or on the hill of birch trees. So a dweller on a hill represents a melanated person, the soul of a melanated person, a world ruler with the soul of a melanated person. And then we have birch. So birch tree symbolism. And birch tree represents renewal, stability, growth, initiation, adaptability, and a new beginning, regeneration, hope, new dawn, and the promise of what is to come. So there's your Neverland purchase. So that you got to just decode. You have to decode everything because there's messages there, and this is how they. That's how they, tell you what's really going on. Monoliths is just code for the mixed race. Mono, one, liths. Okay, you got to look up lith. What does lith mean? Lith meaning photographic film that is very thin coat emulsion producing images of high contrast and density. So mixed person. Everybody, that's just the code for it. They put it in different parts of the world. They're trying to tell you to mix. It's the same message over and over. So you guys, we are on the spiritual channel. So if you don't understand that, please read the name of the channel before you start commenting because y'all are gonna look silly. All right. I was reading my phone. So thank you. When you perform death magic, how do you know it's been successful or not? Read the obituary. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Durr. Right? Okay, I want someone to call in that has like something to talk about. Let's see. Someone that knows a topic that's good. How do I recover? I can't like I need someone that has like you said obituary. Nibiru or star sign or a planet. I have seen a white celestial object during the daytime past. We have 2 moons now. Okay. Will we actually be in a pandemic for 4 more years? Yes. 4 years. Wonderful. Okay. Okay, so does anybody have anything to talk about if they were to call in? Because I don't want to talk about something mundane, you know. If you follow me on Instagram, the Great Pyramid mystery was solved. Okay. I put together a little video on Instagram, but basically, on the Emerald tablets, when it talks about the pyramid and the Sphinx, it just means an intercourse. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out how to time world events and get paid. Well, you have to find out who's planning them first, and then you can get paid. Okay. Red clouds, discussed that like months ago. It's just the plasma from Venus. Talk about why God is dog spelled backwards. Because DOG backwards is GOD. Okay. I told y'all there's going to be a lot of shootings everywhere. Yesterday in my video, expect a year of shootings and explosions. Okay, there you go. It's all code for people trying to get out of the ionosphere that are not being successful, or they are being successful. And like if no one dies in the incident, they were successful. If someone dies, they weren't successful. That's just what it's code for. You just Google the meaning or the etymology of something, or the spiritual meaning, the etymology, the definition, and all of that will come up. Transcending isolation, how to survive 4 years of the new world. The same as you've been surviving before. Y'all act like we are in a desert with no water. As many resources as we have, survival is not an issue. You know, it's thinking that's the issue. So I think we need to figure out how to think for ourselves and not allowing everyone else to do the work for us. Thinking and instructing us on what to do. So many people have been following orders their entire life. They can't figure out how to do anything on their own. So I think that's what needs to be focused on. Will Trump be in office? President-elect is code for two people. Okay, the president and then the elect. The president-elect. Read the Book of Enoch. The elect. Okay, Biden. 2 rooms, 2 holes, 2 dens. 2 people. And we've already discussed that. Decoding Bible story. 21 Savages. What? So, what if you are spiritually trapped and having a hard time focusing? How do I get out of the box? By thinking your way out. That's the only way you can get out. Thinking your way out, figuring it out, and then implementing that plan. That's what everything always boils down to, figuring it out. I always tell people to sit in a room until you figure it out with no distractions. Right. What are my techniques for manifestation? I'm about to release my book very, very soon, within the next day or two. And that's what that book is about. I revamped how to manifest with how to manifest using dark energy. And the new title is How to Manifest with Magic and Dark Cosmic Energy. And it goes all into that. So I'll post about that. But as far as manifesting, it's strategic. I'll just say that. If you're good at being strategic, you're going to be very good at manifesting. Uh, a good way to build strategy is, puzzles, playing, chess, just having more choices than you know you know you know what I mean, finding a way when it does not seem like there's a way. So start thinking like that. Start trying to think outside of the box. My new book will be available on Amazon. It is going to be a paperback glossy glossy book, and it's not going to be in ebook form. It's only going to be in paperback. It's going to be around 100 pages, or around 100 pages, and I think it'll be a great, it's great for beginners. It's great for anyone who practices magic. It's great for anyone who just wants to learn how to manifest with strategy. And so I think a lot of people will like it. I think it will be something very useful for everyone. There's science in there, magic, and manifesting. So I hope you guys will like it. Yeah, it's processing right now on Amazon. I just uploaded it. So they usually say a day, after a day it'll be available. So sometime this week, definitely. I will let you guys know. So the Emerald Tablets talks about the 7 masters and teachers of men. What are those numbers? Those are the chakras. And also the planets. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But see, if you read it several times, the Emerald Tablets, you'll figure that out. But you also have to be reading other books too. Like the Emerald Tablets, knowledge will expand once you expand your knowledge on other things. You'll see more and more. When you expand your knowledge on the chakra system, when you expand your knowledge on quantum physics, you're going to see more and more when you read that. Thank you. You said you think Freemason is more than just code. Well, they do use code, but they have their own, like the whole occult secret society have their own occult code, and there are certain books that will give you that code as well. So yeah, and you just see so much more when you understand it and what's really going on. You see the world in a totally different way. It's crazy, like especially the entertainment industry. I see a totally different entertainment industry now, and I would never want to be an entertainer. Where can we read the Emerald Tablets? I know they're free online, or you can buy the book. I do have it in my Amazon. If you look at the link below, I do have it in my Amazon affiliate link under spiritual items that I recommend. And you'll see it, the Compendium of the Emerald Tablets by Billy Carson. So you said, why is everything about sex? Because that is how you release certain energies. That's how a lot of people feel that energies are transferred from human to human. Da 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 da. breath, and sexual contact. Right. But breath as well. Why? Yeah, you can get it free online too. So if you want a physical copy, you could just, buy a book or find it PDF online for free or something. A lot of celebrities die from colon cancer. Is that code too? Yes. So I have a lot of spiritual books, PDF spiritual books in my Patreon, which is listed below. So if you guys just don't want to buy any books, if you're on my Patreon, they're in there. Just type in book in the search, or PDF books, or books in the search in my Patreon, and then they'll pop up all of the PDFs. Why do people die of colon cancer a lot? Because it's code for the root chakra. I have not seen Soul yet. I'm so sorry, y'all. Sure, can you talk about? Yeah, I can't because I didn't watch it. Why are all these people on YouTube so-called leaving the New Age spirituality? They used to post tarot vids and ancestor messages. Now they say it's evil. They probably were paid to. I don't believe a lot of celebrities actually die. Nope, they fake their death sometimes. So, what do I think? Ministers and pastors know the occult. Yep, half of there's a priesthood. The church is a whole priesthood, as well as a secret society. So, of course. So, is it possible to be famous without getting caught up? Yeah, if you're famous on your own terms, like on YouTube or something. If you're famous on your own terms, like selling mixtapes out of your trunk. Okay. Is it okay to at least work in the entertainment industry? I think once you start getting on screen, and even if you're just in it, you may not even know what they're doing half the time that you could be involved in. That's all I'm saying. You may not even know you're involved in it, but you could be. So for me, as long as you understand it before you get into it, I think you can be strategic. But if you don't know anything about anything, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't, because I would be like, okay, well, I wonder what sacrifices or sacrifice person they're going to use for sending this message, and it could be you. So I really wouldn't be involved in it. Fame is not that valuable. Then you just lose your freedom, basically. You can just get paid another way and make money. So fame is kind of like silly to me. Like for me, I'd rather just have the money. The fame I don't care about. I would rather have money than just be famous. So these black ministers intentionally misleading their congregation. Some of them know and some of them don't. Depends on how high up they are. If they're in a fraternity or a like fraternal order, a lot of them are in the Freemasons. A lot of them know, and it's just a way to collect money and keep you asleep. So they don't really care. I mean, that's their job. Most pastors are just there to collect the building fund and do what they do. So I don't, everybody has a job. And I'll say this, if you can't decode your religion, you shouldn't be religious. Because once you learn to decode religion, you won't be religious anymore. It's like it's a stepping stone. Right. No property tax on churches, right? And I feel like, why are we looking to people to tell us who we are? That's our jobs. That's our jobs to figure that out. We don't need somebody telling us stuff. That's our job. We have knowledge at our fingertips. And if you're too lazy to do the work, then they feel like you deserve to be tricked. That's just the world we live in. If you're too lazy to do the work, they feel like you deserve to be tricked. And they're going to continue to make money off of the so-called sheep, because that's how the rich get rich. Father, what? All right. What are the thoughts on regarding Jaguar Wright spilling all the tea on Mary J and Alicia Keys, plus all the I've heard some of her videos, and a lot of it sounds like stuff people already know. You know what I'm saying? I also think that it's stuff that people have already said. So to me, it's not news. I also think that she's supposed to, like, they gave her the okay to say that, because 2020 and up until 2025 is like the years of revelation, which means things will be revealed. So they're allowing some stuff to be revealed by a so-called insider, to where you may have heard rumors, you may have heard this, but now you have someone who's saying that it's true. So it's just stuff that we already have heard. And I just think that if you haven't heard it, you probably just didn't, hear at that time. But a lot of that stuff is old news, or stuff that people already knew but never talked about. So all of this won't even matter because this parasitic system is being dismantled, and that includes Hollywood. True. Is it safe to work behind the scenes in the entertainment industry? Can they sacrifice? It's safe if you feel safe, because if you don't know, you just don't know. But here's my thing. The whole thing works with the occult. So if you know your stuff, then great. If not, if you're just someone that carries something around, wonderful, but they're still going to find a way to steal your energy, or get you to agree to something, or sign some type of contract where you don't even know what you did in a spiritual sense. So that's why I'm like, okay, stop asking. Y'all already know the whole industry, the entire, from A to Z and back to A and back to Z again, is involved. So if you sign any contracts or verbally agree to anything, then you become part of all of that. So I hope that answers everybody's question. Be an independent and do your own thing. You don't need, if you're good, somebody's gonna find you. If you're good, just be okay with just being good. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said Tyler Perry. Okay. So I would do a call in if I find someone that I could talk to. Mm-hmm. Right. What would you talk about? Like, what are we going to talk about? Sometimes I think it's done on purpose, and sometimes I think it's just, mm-hmm, it's done. If I'm an occult scientist, I can be at the top of the industry without signing. Okay, then go ahead. Don't verbally agree to anything either. Are clones real? No, but silicone masks are. Okay, and so are doubles. Hmm. Technology is about to go get crazy, right? Hmm. Are those cloaked ships real? Could be. Could be 5G. Isn't that the beautiful part of having 5G? You can create holograms. Right. How to not get overwhelmed with how to manifest. Um, know thyself. That's number one. You got to know thyself. Who are you? If you're going to do anything successful, you got to know that first. Yep. Um, I love that you taught in the past the two faces of Trump, right? So that's good. A lot of species are being discovered when really they've been here all along. That's right. So I do think that 5G and a lot of cloaking and mirrors are going to, um, you can create the fourth dimension with a certain frequency and a certain amount of illusion. And I think that's what we're going to kind of see next. Okay. Mm-hmm. And someone asked me to watch the Soul movie, and all the things about writing out and melanin are in there. Cool. Interesting. Well, they had to tell it somehow. What year do you think we can travel back, and why Apple is hopeless as a drive or device? What? Travel back to, oh, y'all must be talking to each other. I think I've taught good enough for people to know how to decode stuff on their own because they have Google. Mm-hmm. Can we talk about neuromelanin? Everyone has neuromelanin. What about it? Um, I know that 5G increases melanin of any kind, so it could increase neuromelanin, pheomelanin, and eumelanin. And just, your that increases your frequency. Hmm. I've been obsessed with decoding, but hit a brick wall a lot. You have to keep going. Like, take a break if when you feel like that, and then start up again somewhere else. Interracial marriages are going to skyrocket in the Black community after recent encouragements from YouTubers to do so. Perfect timing with entering the new world. Do you believe the existence of chakras? Remember, everything is energy. And yes, they are pushing towards interracial and all that because that's what time it is. Right. Can you help in truth spill? All you got to do is, like, here's my thing. Who cares about the truth? If you suspect something, it's probably true. You know what I mean? You ain't got to do no spell. If you think somebody telling you a lie, that's trust your intuition. Right? Why don't you just manifest the truth? Manifest the truth is faster. Please talk about uncrossing. Look, I'm not here to talk about spell work, all my spell videos and stuff like that. Look, I'm here to talk about stuff that's actually happening right now. Like, to me, if you can't, I'm so sorry, y'all. If you can't get it done with your mouth or your strategy, you know what I'm saying? If you can't do something on your own, manifest it or leave it alone. If you chicken to face something, then it ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? If somebody mad at you, it's for a reason. If somebody cursed you or you feel cursed, just thinking you're cursed is probably what cursed you. Period. Okay? If you think you cursed, you just cursed yourself. You know? So just stop thinking it and think about what you want instead of what you don't want. And this is why I don't do this anymore, because people do not want to take responsibility for themselves. They don't want to face the mirror. And that is what is needed right now. If you can't face a mirror, if you can't fix what's wrong, if you can't take responsibility for every mistake that you've made to lead up to where you feel like you are cursed, I'm so sorry, but that's what has to be done. That's what got to be done. There's no way around it. Just none. Sorry. Just go do it. Go do the real work. Go fix everything that makes you feel cursed in your life. That's why I always tell people, look, you're not cursed. You're just irresponsible. You're not cursed. You just have bad taste in men. You're not cursed. You just don't learn from your mistakes. It's very simple. You just got to go do the work. The real work. Oh my gosh, I really wish y'all just ask relevant questions now. Hey, Cryptonomics, sprinkle. Law of who? Since our soul splits in different parts, what happens to the energy? When they die in a different dimension? Well, there's several versions of us in every dimension. Right? Why? Okay, I guess I need to pick a topic because everybody's all over the place. I have a book, actually, and it's called How to Turn a Curse into a Blessing. And it's an ebook, so you can just download it. It's on Amazon. How to Turn a Curse into a Blessing by Ashura Star Goddess. It's basically alchemy teaching you how to turn something negative into something profitable. It's called, that's transmutation. Mm-hmm. Arnaldo, don't be mad because you can't get it. um. Mm-hmm. Why are my messages so different? Because I'm a different person. Okay. Like, yeah, I have my own mind, my own brain. I know what's going on. I've been reading and studying and learning stuff for many, many years. And so I have a different perspective. Right. Every possibility exists, every dimension exists. That's true. I think most people realize this when they start to manifest their own, worst fears or their dreams come true. Right. You're a sound alchemist. That's kind of cool. Cool. I have questions for the teacher. I am intimidated. I have no questions. Everyone I know is starting a business. That's wonderful. What do you consider a relevant question? I mean, I guess something that has to do with what's going on now. What are you guys really working on in your lives? Are you working on self-improvement? Are you working on becoming sustainable on your own? Like, what are your priorities, perhaps? Like, are your priorities in the correct place for you to be successful for the next, coming decade? Or are you going to, continue on a path that's not really beneficial? So I'm just wondering why, people need to start looking more into creating the life that they want. You getting your money up? That's good. That's good. That's good. So how are you spiritually improving? That's what I need to ask. So spiritually improving, what are you doing? Reading. Okay, that's good. Learning. Learning is always great and should be a priority. Developing skills to be self-employed. Okay. Um, what about emotions? Are y'all able to control your emotions yet? No matter what? No matter who provokes you? That's good. Mm-hmm. Working on. Wonderful. Okay, so you said people do push my buttons. Well, you have to learn how to, get past that. Okay, that's good. What has, okay, in this year, what has been most beneficial to you? Um, mm, okay. Leaving your job. Okay. Okay, I think I'll take a caller. I guess I'll just don't ask me about stuff y'all know I don't want to discuss. So I'll put the number up on the screen and have something to talk about and to discuss and not just call in to call in. You know what I mean? So I'm going to put the number up real quick. Okay, y'all, someone call in, and if they have a spiritual question, I don't want to answer about no spell work. I don't want to talk about no ghosts. Come on. There you go. At least I'm being honest. Someone said smart callers only. Thank you. They said nobody can call watch. Just call if you think you're smart. There you go. And I'm not going to challenge you. I'm going to listen to you and answer your question. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. No one wants to call in. Fine. Are y'all calling? Okay. I think a lot of people don't realize that, or maybe because a lot of people don't watch my whole videos because they're so long, and I understand that. But a lot of the stuff that you guys are asking has been answered in almost every video. And also in great detail. You said you went to voicemail. Hold on. Let me see something. It went to voicemail. Okay, here goes one.
Call from.
Hello, you are on the air. Can I help you? What's your name? Hello.
Hello.
Hi. What's your name? You're live. Hello.
Oh, my name is Nicole. Okay, it's kind of weird because the video is kind of like it has like a delay.
Okay, just turn it down a little bit. Yeah, turn it down. That way you won't hear that.
Okay, very nice.
Okay. You have a question?
Okay, I think it's better now. Okay, so sorry about that. I was kind of confused. So my question was that, especially with this great conjunction or the winter solstice, a lot of people were saying that it has to do with like our ancestors coming back to help with the vibration of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And so people are also saying that it also has to do with our descendants as well. So like the ancestor realm and then the descendants realm are coming together.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like the middleman between those two realms. So could you give us more like information about that?
Yeah. Well, a lot of energies are coming into the atmosphere or ionosphere or whatever, and then a lot are leaving because there's a lot of death. You know, so as more people die, more people come in. More energies come in as more energies leave out. And so the energies that are returning are those energies from a long time ago. So the Saturn and the Jupiter conjunction, those rings around Saturn are made out of plasma. And plasma is what your soul is basically made out of. So those are the old ancestor souls that create those rings around Saturn, and they're back. That's why Saturn is losing rings, and that's why you have all these things coming to Earth, all these meteors, these energies, all these things are coming at once right now. And if you are at a certain frequency and you vibrate at a certain frequency, you can get bodied by some of these energies. You know, that song by Megan Thee Stallion, Body, That's what she's talking about. She's getting bodied. She's going to get bodied by all these, ancient, old, but new, because their knowledge was, very powerful and very, very advanced. So if you are on a certain frequency that they want to occupy you, they will, but if you're not up on that, if you're not on a high enough frequency, you may get the lesser, you know what I'm saying? You may get the lesser of those. But that's what a lot of people are, kind of talking about right now. So I hope that answered your question.
Yes, that did.
Okay.
That is really helpful.
Well, thank you for calling.
Thank you. I appreciate the answer.
You're welcome. All right. Bye. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. All right. So, body, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. So, that was a good question that she had as well. Oh my goodness. We have another caller. Hello. Hi.
Hi, Alexa.
Hi. What's your name?
Jasmine.
Okay. Hi. Do you have a question?
Yeah. So, what you said, listen to what you said about. Back in the background, but yeah. So based on what the other girl was saying, is coming in and pretty much you saying that they're pretty much snatching bodies. I don't need for me personally, my form of meditation is speaking. So when I speak out loud, I feel it's like a meditation. I get a lot of downloads. But then like the other day I thought, I was like, wait a minute, like I keep saying God, but like who am I speaking? Like, it's like the higher version of myself, the part of me that's connected to everything. But at the same time, at a time like this, like I don't want to be too fear mongering when it comes to even me doing something that's very expressive to me. But I do think like are other spirits or other beings picking up on the things that I'm saying? Am I potentially attracting certain things by speaking these things out loud? Like, what do you think about it, especially at a time like this where there's so much energy in that?
Yes. Even if you talk out loud, an ad will pop up on Instagram, or even if you think a thought, something will pop up on your computer or your phone or your tablet, because your thoughts are sound waves in the air that the 5G picks up on, and 5G is on the same frequency as a lot of these spirits as well. So they can pick up on anything, whatever you think and whatever you say. So that's why it's important to walk, talk, and speak, what you want in your life, not what you don't want. Because that's what you will attract right now, especially. This is why you have a lot of people, having issues because they're negative. And you have a lot of people saying, oh, this is the best year ever, because they're positive and they're attracting the good stuff. And then you have people that are attracting the bad stuff. So yeah, definitely watch what you say right now, because these energies are listening. They're picking up on your frequency, and it's kind of like you're making, a Google search when you think it.
Right. Because that's what I kind of felt like when I was speaking, because I always go to my garage, like with my kids, like that's where I just go to just sit and have that quiet time. But I just felt like it was an energy in the corner, like the corner across from me. I would always feel kind of like something weird in that corner. Like I was moving at the side of my eye, but I don't like to get too, like I don't like to get on it and, start thinking, but I always felt something there. And I'm like,
well, energy gets trapped in corners, so just take some sage and put it in the corner. Also, they've always been there. You're just becoming more aware and sensitive to them.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you're just noticing them, but they've been there the whole time.
So there actually is also who is because with cancer, and she's
just play some Michael Jackson, because like all his music is in the 432 hertz. That's why I say play Michael Jackson, and it disrupts those energies because the frequency is too high. So that's what you got to do.
I'm definitely gonna do it tonight.
Okay. That's how.
All right, I'll keep.
Okay. Well, let me know what happened.
All right, I got you.
Thank you.
Will.
Thank you for
Thank you.
calling. Bye. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Yeah, I've had that happen before. So, just play some Michael Jackson and they'll go away. Y'all think I'm joking? Do it.
Call from.
Hi. Who's calling?
Hi, Sheriff.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Oh, what's up? Who's this?
Oh, this is Adrian.
Okay. Hi, Adrian. You have a good question?
Yes. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for taking my call, and I want to express my gratitude to you. Thank you for everything that you've done. So my question to you is, lately I've been having really intense dreams, and I've been seeing a lot of celebrities in my dreams. And I know you said to decode their names. So I've been doing that recently. But there just comes a point where I feel like I'm not getting all the information just because I'm not as well studied. What can I do to overcome that hump, I suppose? And I do look up the etymology of the names, of course.
Okay. The main symbols in your dream as well. Like if you see a house, a door, what are they doing in the dream? What colors do they have on? What, their clothing colors have a lot to do with it. So I would definitely pay closer attention to the symbols, the big symbols, like doors, buildings, things in the sky, how you feel in the dream. Are you partaking in something like eating or drinking? What is the celebrity trying to get you to do? Because, like, for example, if you saw a celebrity, you would decode their name, and you would try to see what they're trying to get you to do. And that would be your message. So just when you wake up in the morning, write down everything you can remember, and then just pick out the symbols and decode the names, the symbols, and also the color of clothing that they have on, and maybe look up that celebrity and get their zodiac sign or something like that as well.
I didn't even think to do that. That's actually really smart.
Because a lot of times that's what your brain is kind of like. If your subconscious mind had a way to communicate with you by putting one thing in place that means several things, they would choose a celebrity based on their name and all this kind of stuff to convey the message. It's kind of like your mind is coding to you.
That's true. Yeah, I definitely see a lot of that. Not really necessarily doors, but I have seen, for instance, I had a cousin who was also in the dream with these celebrities, but he was split into two. So he had like a twin, but he doesn't have a twin in his real name. And I decoded his full name, and his full name actually means home. So I thought of quantum entanglement, but yeah, I kind of get stuck around there. But yeah, I appreciate everything that you're telling me, because I would have never thought to look at zodiac signs. That's so true.
Right. Well, a cousin is almost like a twin, and if you're getting quantum or home or something like that, that represents like the other side of the quantum entanglement. So it's probably because it's close, or it's happening right now whenever you had that dream, that because every time there's a quantum entanglement, it's almost like the other side of us that we're unaware of, almost like a cousin or a twin.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, Ashira, you're so brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Sprinkle. Do you have anything else to add, or was that all?
Honestly, that's just kind of the biggest thing right now, because my dreams have been so intense. I honestly will wake up sometimes and my frontal lobe is so has pressure. It's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's because the Saturn and Jupiter conjunction. Also, I don't know. It's just there's a lot of energy right now. So yeah, I've been having crazy dreams too. So I don't think it's just you.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And I have been following all your advice. I've been taking chlorophyll, spirulina. Of course, I'm vegan. And yeah, thank you so much for opening this channel for us to talk to you. I super appreciate it. Been following you for years, and I just admire you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And sprinkle, sprinkle.
Good night. Have a great night.
Bye. Oh, that was cool. Okay, we've got one more caller, and then I'm gonna take a break from the calls and discuss.
Call from.
Then I'll take some more calls later. Hi, who's calling?
Hello, how are you?
Hi, who is this? I'm good.
Okay, that's good. This is KB calling from Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, that's
Checking in with you.
Columbus, Ohio. Okay, what's up? You got a question?
Yeah, I really like to hear your opinion on what you think. We were still talking about dreams. What do you think about dreams? You think like on some level or dimension, dreams are possibly like real, like in some type of way?
Are they a different reality? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, something like that. Like, would you like to share your opinion on that?
I believe that they are a different reality, like in the movie Avatar, because when I go to sleep sometime, I feel like I'm in a whole nother world doing a whole nother set of, tasks. And then when I wake up, then I'm back here and then I have stuff to do here. So I do feel like it's a whole alternate reality. It just may be, because we sleep so much, science has deemed the dream world a reality, but in a different dimension. So definitely it is.
Mm-hmm.
So like a lot of times people confuse astral travel with dreaming. If you don't see anything surreal in the dream, like if you don't see nothing weird or too weird in the dream, you could be astral traveling. You know what I mean? If it's not some strange stuff going on and it looks like you could be in your everyday waking life, you could be astral traveling or in another dimension or realm. So I felt that way too.
Exactly. So do you think like these places that we go to, these people that we see, are these people that we create, or are these people like, so to say, like God created? Because like I see
in their dream,
and I see them very clearly.
We've seen every face that we've ever seen before, whether it's a stranger or not. Like people in your dreams are not made up. There's somebody's face that you may have seen walking down the street or in a commercial or in real life or on, a celebrity. So those faces aren't made up. They are someone's face.
That's very interesting.
You ever saw somebody that you saw in a dream before and they looked familiar, or you felt maybe someone looked familiar, but you don't know where you know them from? That possibly could be it.
Right. It's like deja vu.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, deja vu is also weird because it's like you've already lived it, but you don't remember living it, but you feel like you remember living it.
Exactly.
So it is a different reality. And I think there's several versions of us. And when we realize that okay, we've already been in this reality, but we're revisiting it for some reason, a part of our, consciousness is aware of that. It's weird, right? You know that song, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. It's messed up, but it is. Like when we die, we wake up somewhere else. This would be the dream. And just like when you're born, you don't remember really anything before that. You just one day you're conscious and aware of your surroundings, like you just woke up. That's why I'm not really scared of death, because it's just going to be like being born. You're just going to wake
So what
up.
do you think about like exploring that realm and like actually purposely and consciously acting within that realm? Like, is that like important?
If I would say if there's something that's important, it will stand out to you. A lot of times people have nightmares to scare them into something, or like controlling something, or lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is where you can control your dream. And a lot of times people have nightmares to scare them into doing something to take control of the situation at hand. So like if you're falling off a cliff and it's like a nightmare to you, there's a part of your consciousness that will take over and say, well, I can fly, so I'm not really falling. And then you'll start to fly. So it's like you begin to create in your dream, and you begin to create that reality as you want it. And when you wake up, you feel very powerful, as if you can do that in the real world, but it's just going to take a little bit more time. So your manifesting skills and your manifesting powers increase because you felt what you can do, in your dream, and you saw the reality happen right before your eyes. And so it makes you feel more powerful and in control in this waking life as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's important to explore everything that's like drawing you into it.
Right. Like someone even once told me because I guess in that realm a lot of stuff is kind of, I don't know, symbolic in a sort of way. Essentially I think they were saying, like doing symbolic things within, I don't know, that realm may have particular effects. It's even somewhat akin to like hypnosis. Like if you ever did a hypnosis or like a guided meditation. Have you ever heard anything like that?
I've done a guided, I don't know if you're familiar with Q Reeves or Quentin Q Reeves. I did like a guided regression, and I felt like it wasn't really hypnosis, but it kind of like takes you into your internal mind or your subconscious mind, or things that aren't on the surface, And so I do believe that there's a lot of things that are hiding within us that are waiting to be revealed, but you have to kind of go seek it out or find someone who can help, you find it or regress you. Definitely believe that.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I'm not going to hold up too much more of your time, but I'm a long time fan. I definitely appreciate your call.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Love to hear from you again. All right.
All right. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. I'm going to close this up for a second. Sorry. I'll take calls again in a few minutes. Okay. So those were good questions. Thank y'all. A lot of people do remember, being born and being in the womb as well. But so yeah, I mean, it's possible, definitely. And I feel like some people just become aware one day that they're in this world. Like they'll just start seeing the wall and the pictures on the wall, and they'll start hearing music and voices, and then they're here, Right. So that's why I'm not really afraid of death, because it's like you're just gonna wake up like you've been asleep. What does it mean to dream of ninth dimension hooded being taking us away? It means to research those ninth dimensional beings. Right? All right. So I think a lot of people will ask about dreams, but we can kind of interpret our own dreams. There's so many websites, and you could just Google the symbolic meaning of certain things. So that's something that we need to start doing ourselves to kind of get an insight as to what our subconscious mind is telling us. You said Scorpio rules death and Pisces rules dreams. Pisces, also known as the Reaper, as well. Remember, there's two of us. There's two fish. Oh, we're dual. Okay. My dreams are like a continuation of my day sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to put the number back up in a second. Okay, so here's what I don't want any more dream questions. Okay, so if you were going to call about a dream, I don't want any more dream questions. So have another question ready. Okay, no dream questions. We've already covered that topic. All right. Y'all cool with that? All right. Let me put the let me open the Google Voice back up. All right. Okay. It's back up. Okay. Would you say that Pisces does not like conflict? It just depends on the skill of the Pisces and the type of conflict it is. You know what I mean? And the type of Pisces they are, they may like conflict if they know they're going to win. Okay. Why don't some people dream at all? Could be their diet. It could be their lack of REM cycle. Or they just might not remember.
Call from.
Hi, who's calling?
Hi, this is Nicole. This is me again. I was just when you called. I just thought there's another question.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Yeah, so I don't really know how to explain it, but maybe since I was little now, I always had this strange sensation around my third eye area. It kind of feels like neurons are like moving back and forth between my third eye and my crown. Especially before I go to sleep, I can just feel a strong sensation, just a bunch of signals going through my third eye, the crown, and into the sky. I never really knew what it meant. And I try to find other people or even do research about it, but I've never heard or seen or read anything.
It's called Kundalini energy. It's just the Kundalini energy rising. Yeah, that's all it is.
Okay. So it was kind of weird for me because sometimes it would be very strong to the point it would kind of hurt a little bit. I was getting a little bit worried. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I think you just probably need to do stuff that raises your frequency. When that happens, I would definitely raise my frequency up. Drink water, raise your frequency. And I think that pressure will, go away, but that's what it is.
Okay, that does make more sense now.
Okay, well, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I was your video, by the way.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll take another caller. So, someone said go outside too. Anybody else gonna call in? Anybody else? Okay, so yeah, that's just the Kundalini energy rising. I think a lot of people experience that, but they don't have, they don't know what it is when they're young, unless they're, they were taught. But the sad thing is a lot of people experience a lot of things, but don't learn about it till later on in life, which is why I try to teach my kids early so they know exactly what's happening. Okay. So I guess, is anyone else trying to call in? Do y'all have another question? If anyone felt cold wind blowing, see random shadows zoom by, what is that? It's Thriller. It's Thriller.
Call from.
Hi, who's calling?
Hi, this is Michelle.
Hi, how are you? You have a question?
I'm good. It's not really a specific question. It's kind of broad. Really new to the whole symbolism, specifically when it comes to like clothing and like colors and shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I was just a little bit curious about what the red shoes represent. Like,
The red shoe?
the Louis Vuitton, the red bottoms, yeah.
Well, there's this, okay, if you've ever heard of Horus or Luke Skywalker in Star Wars, or Horus, there's always this picture of him walking across the sky, and like where there's like the sun set and it's red. That's part of it. And also it represents, like in the entertainment or occult, in the entertainment industry, it also represents who you have aboard your vessel at the bottom. You know what I mean? So a lot of these celebrities have these energies, or different people's energies within them, and they're in a specific order. So you'll have, whatever's at the bottom, I guess that would represent your shoes, is what you're going to have on your shoe. So you'll see they're having on the red shoe, which represents a certain race of people that have influence with this person, but their influence is low. That's why they're wearing the shoes. And as you go up, the different colors of the outfit will also tell you the different influences within this person as well. That's why a lot of people will wear hats, different color shirts on top of shirts. Who's hiding who? Who's hiding whose energy? Da 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 da. So if you see someone with like a white shirt on under a black jacket or something like that, they're holding someone's energy in order to, yeah. So that's what it means. So the red also is representing the root chakra, but at the same time, that's what I'm saying. Like if you're decoding entertainers, it represents something totally different. So a root chakra may mean something, to decode something that the entertainment industry is not showing you. But then you go to the entertainment industry, it means something totally different, because they have a totally different set of, codes in their, secret societies.
Okay.
So yeah, the best book on that one is Murder of Reality. And if you just get on Instagram and start looking at celebrities, and what colors they have on, who they're with, and also like read the captions on their photos or videos. You'll start to get it. It'll unfold, but you got to pay attention.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks. That was a great question. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
All right. Thank you.
Bye. Okay. Let's see.
Call from.
Hi. Who's calling?
Hello. Hi. My name is Ebony. I am such a fan of yours.
Hi. What's going on?
Yes. Okay. I want to ask you a couple of questions. Of course, on call, kind of nervous, but okay. So I understand about the dreams. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I have. Okay. I just found out I'm an empath. I didn't know what that meant.
Mm-hmm.
But earlier in my life, I started having dreams about.
Wait. How did you? Wait. First of all, I just want to stop you right there. How did you find out you were an empath?
Well, early in my life, you know, I was able to like feel people's energies, I'm gonna say, or like just tell people about themselves, and they're like, "How did you know that?" I'm like, "I don't know. You just told me without telling me," type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm new to the whole spirituality thing. You know, growing up, I was like, look for a church, and God would tell me, you know, just wait. And I'm like, okay, well, what am I waiting for? And I just hear a voice say, just wait. So I go to this church, go to that church, and this one, and they still wait. But then when I found spirituality, it's like, okay, now I'm not waiting anymore. So I'm picking up every book I can. I'm reading. I found your page. I'm like, oh, she's dope. Just read these books and I get all the answers. Cool, I got it. So my question is to you now. Mm-hmm. I always have dreams, not even dreams, is I have visions about stuff that would happen in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Then it got so bad where I would call somebody and be like, okay, I have this dream, right? I'm letting you know right now. I'm writing it down. And then people call me like, hey, you remember what you dreamed about? It just happened. What do you do with that? It used to scare me, but now I'm like, okay, I know where this is going.
You use
but
it
what do you do with it?
You use it to prepare. You use it to tell people what's to come. You know, I think in one of the books, I don't know which book it was, but they said old men will dream. Old men will dream. Young men will have visions of prophecy or something like that. And so it's because there's so much technology going around, so much 5G, so much waves. Your pineal gland is technology. You're a quantum computer. You're picking up on all of these things. And remember, time doesn't exist in the quantum realm. So you're going to pick up on that with your melanin, your pineal gland, and you may be seeing something in the future. Like for example, let's say you are interested in watching a movie, right? And you say, well, you know what? I want to see what this movie is about. Let me watch the trailer. Mm-hmm. And so you watch the trailer, and that's sort of like a vision of what the movie is, you know? So it's kind of like you're picking up on, the future or pre events because you're able to pick up on the quantum realm. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't explain it scientifically. There are a lot of spiritual explanations, but really if you break it all down, you're just picking up on the quantum energy, the Akashic records, and just frequencies that are out there.
Okay. And what book would you recommend that I read to go further into this?
I think the best books are, hold on, I'll show you one. Okay. Let me just grab it. Sorry about that.
No,
I meant to show you this the other day. Some of these are a little bit off. Maybe too out there, but
no, it's fine.
Hold on, let's see if I can. Okay, this one may be too out there, but it's called The Omniverse. By Alfred Lambermont. I don't know. I'll try to link it later, but just look up The Omniverse by Alfred somebody. I don't know. I'll link it there later. But
Okay.
it goes into all this, like near-death experiences. It goes into time travel. So all these type of questions that you have are probably in here. Future time travel, seeing, you know,
I've been reading about the Universal Bank of Knowledge. Yeah, and
the Akashic
the
records,
conscious and the subconscious mind, how it travels. I'm like, I remember. If I could just talk to you, girl, you'd be like, what? But I remember a lot of that stuff. I'm like, I didn't know it had words or had meanings to it.
Right. And so this also goes into the dreams, soul interventions and dreams of individuals in the multiverse. So it goes into extraterrestrial. So I think this is a really good book on just bunch of random questions most people have. And the Omniverse is just like several universes. There's more than one universe.
Yeah.
And also Tesla.
I read his book.
Yeah, he talks a lot about the Akashic field and picking up on information from otherworldly beings or other, higher intelligence. So that's all it is. You're just picking up on stuff. Because we are technology.
Right.
I don't think it's anything to fear. I just think that you're just very a good receiver. You know, you got that good Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's strong sometimes. And I have another question too. This is something always been. I didn't know who to ask about this, so I thought it was great that you have this, the call in. Okay, like usually when I'm walking down the street or something, somebody pull over in a car and be like, you know what, you're a gatekeeper. And I'm like, okay, thank you. You know, then it happened to me. It's been happening to me for like every 3 years. It's a random person in a random city would be like, no, you're a gatekeeper. What is that? I'm looking up online. I don't see anything about a gatekeeper. What do they do?
Go watch Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters, baby. Remember the first Ghostbusters? I am the key master. I am the gatekeeper.
Oh, no.
A key and a gate. What that is? It means that.
And I'm like, I don't want to be a ghost. I'm trying to be here.
Well, a gate is a portal.
Okay.
So a doorway, a portal, and you kind of allow energies in or out. It's like you're a channeler and a portal to another realm. And so I think that's probably what people are trying to tell you.
Oh, okay.
And that just means, you know, you have access to other realms, whether it be channeling, whether it be getting information and knowledge, just intuition. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I can ask you questions forever, but I'm going to look into these books. Let you know what I find.
Okay. And thank you that was a good question.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. So, right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, let's see what this is.
Call from.
Hi, who's calling?
Hi, sure. This is Adrian again.
Hi. 2 people called, two people in a row. What's up? Do you have another question?
Yes, I do. Okay, so I am currently writing a book, or I am an author. And I remember one of the things you said was, I remember typing to you saying, oh, I want to get my book out there and I want it to be big. And I remember you telling me to put it in code or to write it in code, or I need to know how to decode.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my question to you is that while I'm writing, I often, while I'm putting it in code, I often realize that I'll start writing and then bits of information will kind of come to me, or words within words will reveal themselves. I don't know how to explain it, but like the words kind of like invert themselves.
Yeah,
They
I know
become-
exactly what you mean.
Yeah,
You'll see a word
yeah.
within a word, or it'll be like an anagram, or it'll be reversed, right?
Exactly. And I don't know why it does it, but like I'll type something that I don't even know where it comes from, and I'll say, why did I write that? And I'll read it over out loud, and it makes sense.
That's how a lot of the secret societies use code as well. So it's also like a mirror or an inverted version of the word and a way to hide it. And it also like, like the mirror universe. So it's kind of like it's a real thing. So I mean, that's good. I do that too.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm, but the thing is like, you probably do it intentional, but I
No,
feel
like-
for me, it just kind of comes.
I did that with the word imagination. I did that with the word, I think it's on my Instagram. And I did a little video on how I figured it out. So I did that with the Thoth name, how it forms, like if you fold it in half in the middle of the O, it forms a Coptic cross. So, it's just, you'll see it. You're starting to broaden your consciousness and awareness to like a really deep level. And that's part of, decoding and seeing stuff that most people won't see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, even just in songs, I'll listen to a song over that. I like, there's a song by this singer. I didn't even know if they were woke yet or not, but I decoded some of their songs, and one of the songs was called Party Till I Die, and the word party is like to part. It's not actually what that is normally about.
Okay, who sang it?
Like they talk. I'm sorry.
What artist sang that song?
Her name is Kim Petras, and I looked her name up. It means like stone something. I wish I had it on me, but it basically means pineal gland.
Mm-hmm. So
and
it like so party is also code for like a ship, a hosting of people, energy inside your body, having kids. These are the code words that people use to say, oh, I have different energies within me that I'm being guided by. It could be people walking around. It could be like in the entertainment industry. It could be your executive manager. One of them could be someone you're mentoring. One of them could be your brother or whatever, your sister, your cousin. But it's the energies that you have within you that you're allowing to give recommendations in your life to help guide you and assist you. So you'll see a lot of this, celebrities doing that. So party, kids, ship, they're all code for these energies within.
okay.
So party till I die represents, okay, so you could look at die as two different ways. You can look at it as become two until I separate, or until I become dynamic, like, dual or dichotomy, like two, or until I die, which means until my energy is transferred on the other side of the quantum realm, and because my energy is inside this other person and they cross over, and so some of my energy went with them. So it could be in that too.
See, oh my gosh, and see, that's what I was thinking, because she's actually she's not melanated. She's totally like from the earth, as they say. She would be the one to inherit the earth.
Right.
No shade.
Right. So yeah, that's what it means.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, thank you so much for taking my call again. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. Yeah, he does ask great questions. um, this, let's see. Were y'all talking about vegetables? I see a lot of people talking about food. The same thing happened to you a few weeks ago and triggered a lot of things in my. Cool. Let's see what this is.
Call from.
Hi, who's calling?
Hey, Shira.
Hi. What's your name?
Tasha.
Okay, hi. You have a question?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, you're gonna have to turn that down a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
It's a remote. Okay. I was calling about, you were talking about the Takashi records.
The Takashi records?
Yes.
Girl, the Akashic records.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Akashi records. And
you thinking about that rapper, huh?
I mean, that's the first thing, like, it kind of reminded me of his name.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead.
Since you said that it's like already knowing what we're gonna do, so does it already? It's like it. So it's already somewhere that knows our actions of how we're gonna choose our life to be already.
Yeah, it's kind of like
But it's
a video game, and the software developer has created every situation that could be, but you have the controller. You see. So they've already implemented the different moves if you do a karate chop or a punch, so it's already written.
So it could be either, it's like different endings to a movie. You could choose which ending you want it to be, and that's how you create your destiny.
Right, but it's more in depth, as in every single choice you make.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I have one more question, and it was, since, we never truly die, we just are reborn and transformed, do you believe, like, the people that we're around, like our family, do they become in our new family? Like, your child might be your mother, or your grandma might be your auntie. Like, do you feel like you still have those kindred spirits around you when you go on to another life?
I feel that you do. And I feel that you realize that when you recognize it, you know what I mean? So it's like when you're a baby, you don't realize anything right at the, if you recognize, but as you get older, you feel some sort of, connection towards certain people. Because even if you do have family, you might not be as close to those family members, so you may not feel it. But whoever you were closest with, you'll probably feel that.
That you were with them before in a past life.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So like your children, if you want to like take your children with you to another life, you could choose that, or it's just because you're close to your kids. So like, do they come with you to the...
How I see it is, they still have to live. Like, they got to finish their life. Most of the time we're going to die before our kids, right?
Exactly.
So we got to go and do like some spiritual learning in the spiritual realm before we can reincarnate, right? And so a lot of times we watch out for our children while they're still here.
Exactly.
And then when they die, they'll do the same thing and watch over their kids and so on and so forth, until everybody reincarnates back into their family through offspring. And so if you're the grandma, you may come back as the grandchild of your grandchild, or the child of your grandchild. Sorry.
Crazy.
That way you've kind of lost ties because you're not as invested in those other people, and you can move on.
Yeah, but then you might just notice a certain attachment, and you remind me of my, they might start reminding you or saying things like where they say some kids are like old people, like they old souls, where it's like they've been here before. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like you relate to them as somebody that was here before them.
Yeah, I know my daughter Layla is an old soul. And so was I.
Yeah.
I was an old soul when I was younger too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. That was a great
All right.
question. All right. Bye.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Are there inner rituals for third eye manifestation? Friends said build a temple. A temple is a body. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Call from.
Hi, who's calling?
Hi, good night. This is David.
Hi. You have a question?
Yeah, I just want to see people be into this holiday stuff. Do you think holiday is like a form of praising Lucifer, or like being in the matrix of itself? And how do you feel about Christmas and all that stuff?
Okay, every religion worships Lucifer. No matter what religion it is, it's all Lucifer. And I think when people figure it out, that's when they become spiritual versus religious. And I also think that holy day, it represents, if you just break down the word day, day represents, melanin, and then holy represents, the whole, or holy, which means not quite whole, but holy. You know what I'm saying? So it would represent a mixed person. And holy days would, in pagan religion, would be the days that a lot of people get together and make and sleep with each other and have orgies and stuff and mix up. You know what I mean? Saturnella. So it would be a day to do all of that in the pagan tradition, but in the Christian or the other religions, they've tamed it down and they've used a lot of symbolism instead in the place of a lot of these rituals. So they toned it down. But the gifts that you're being given, Santa, Saturn, Satan, it's the gifts of when it comes down the chimney. This is your chimney,
Right.
Santa comes down the chimney, so he's bodying you. You're getting energies or spirits, that are entering into you and bringing you gifts like talents, knowledge, wisdom, da da da. So it's good and it's bad depending on your frequency. So if you have a good frequency and a high frequency, you may attract a higher, frequency of energy to you. You got a low frequency, you're going to attract the lower frequencies to you. So that's why Santa says, if you've been good or bad, naughty or nice. So it just depends on your frequency. So it's all up to you. And the Lucifer character is the fallen angel, and his name means the light bearer. So he bears the light. But if you know the story of Lucifer, he basically lost his melanin, and he needs help getting back out. And the only way he can get back out is that's why they did all the mixing, was to mix and get back out through a melanated body. That's why it's called Christ Mass.
Oh, Christ Mass. Okay.
Yeah. So that's all it is. They're just disguising it. But if you understand, the symbolism and all that kind of stuff, you'll understand what it is. It's basically, in the Christmas tree, it's an evergreen, right? So that means it is eternal. It's an evergreen tree, and it's lit with lights and decorations, because it's like shimmering and shining. You know how they say shining represents, when your third eye is open, when you're awake, when your melanin is activated, and you have all these gifts under you. The gifts also represent like all these energies and presence and talents and wisdom that's coming in. So a lot of people want to partake in that. So they want to partake in you. See?
Right.
And that's what these holidays really are, especially Christmas.
I just want to ask the last question.
Mhm.
Why do? Because I think humans are grown to like a certain extent. Because most humans know that, like, for instance, Christmas is like, you're not supposed to have a tree in the house, but they still would bring this tree in the house. Because the Bible says not to have a tree in the house. So
Well,
why
that's symbolic.
grown humans?
The tree represents a melanated person.
Mm-hmm.
A house represents a body. So you're not supposed, so a Caucasian person is not supposed
Right.
to body or absorb a Black person, which means they're not supposed to rule over, they're not supposed to embody, because there's a hierarchy of things. And so when you do that, that's kind of like slavery, because if that person were to pass away and die, they would pass to the other realm, but they would explode or separate. Their soul would be like a firework when it hits that veil in the sky. So that's why you're not supposed to embody. They're supposed to embody you. Like, how they say through the body of Christ, you need to be reborn. That's what it means.
Right.
So it's
Right.
not the opposite way. It's one way. And,
Okay.
and so what you're learning is from the European perspective. And that's why you were confused, because you are the tree.
So I'm not supposed to have a tree in the house, right? That's what you're saying, right?
You are the tree and you are the house.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm the temple.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. So
exactly.
You are the tree and you are the house. So it don't matter for you. It's
Thank you so
them
much.
that's not supposed to have the tree, because it symbolizes having you inside of them. So this is why the religion says, no tree.
Exactly. Thank you so much. You have been a blessing, and you are a blessing.
You're welcome.
Thank
that
you.
was a great question too. So thank you.
All right, thanks.
Okay, bye. Sprinkle. Yeah, that whole thing with the Christmas tree, a lot of people have been, discussing that, but that's the true meaning of it. Okay, so let me answer this question. Are there inner rituals for third eye manifestation? Friends said, build a temple. A temple is your body. You got to build your light body, which is your frequency.
Call from.
Hi, who's calling? Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Hi, my name is Jean.
Hi, do you have a question?
Yeah, I wanted to know if you know, like, how to get over after, like, an abusive relationship, like a narcissistic abusive relationship. How to get over nightmares and, like, flashbacks.
Okay, so I would role play. This is what I would do. And sorry that happened to you. I would role play what I should have done instead of what I didn't do. You know what I'm saying? I would recreate the situation in my mind and execute what I should have done or what I wanted to do first. If you need therapy or you need to talk about it with other people, and so that you can forgive yourself or forgive yourself for being in that situation. A lot of times someone took your power and you don't know how to get it back, and it makes you dream about it. And when you dream about stuff, it's trying to tell you that you need to face it. So a lot of people will tell you to go face your abuser or to tell them off or do something. And it may help with the nightmares. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you can reimagine the situation and do what you should have done instead. That could also help. So, narcissistic people, they can't really be narcissistic unless they have a victim. So you also need to work on never being a victim again, not being a people pleaser, not allowing someone to get away the first time with anything.
Yeah.
Don't be a pushover. If someone offends you, tell them, I don't think so. Because if you allow someone to step on you 3 and 4 times, they're going to keep stepping on you. If someone steps on your toe one time and you tell them, you better not step on my toe, they will never step on your toe again. You see? So you have to speak up. You have to speak your mind. You have to go back in your mind and fix what you may have needed to do in the first place. The first time that person offended you, you need to go back there in your memory and do what you should have done.
Yeah.
That's how this is how I would solve it. Then if you still feel that way, if the dreams persist, then you may have to talk to somebody about it until you fully understand why you allow yourself to stay in the situation so long, and how you could have avoided it, and how to avoid it in the future, and how to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So, who's this? So it's like creating a tether self, not space. It's like building up your energy inside of your body. It's a light temple. So raising your frequency, reading, diet, absorbing all that you can. It's basically the great work.
Call from.
Hi, who's calling?
Hi, Sarah. I love you.
Thank you. What's going on? You have a question?
Yes, I have a question. I had a dream I would say about a month ago, and a dream that I saw this dark portal, and it was black, and I could feel wind like sucking me in, and I was afraid, and I was like holding on to something, and I didn't let it suck me in. I don't know what that means.
Sound like a black hole or something. Or dark matter or something, right?
That's what I was thinking. I started researching dark holes, black holes, hollow. I was just researching everything. The rabbit hole. I was freaked out.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah, it was kind of,
what do you think it meant?
I don't know. Actually, I didn't know if it was. I think it probably might have meant I need to maybe face my fears, because I was so terrified. I was holding on, and it's like it felt so real.
The fear of the unknown. That's what it is. It's fear of the unknown.
Oh wow!
And I think it's telling you to learn more and seek more knowledge, because the more knowledge you seek, the more you know, and the less fear you have, because you're learning about the unknown. So I think it means to increase your knowledge and your learning. And the wind represents a frequency, like waves of frequency. Also lift your frequency. You have to battle. You got to battle that wind, or you got to battle that frequency.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. That was a good question.
Bye.
Sprinkle, sprinkle. Bye. Dang. Another one.
Call from.
Hi, who's calling? Hi. Hello. Hello. I can't hear you if you're speaking. You might be on mute. Okay, I'm going to hang up then. Sorry, I can't hear what you're saying. I don't hear anything. Okay. Do voodoo dolls really work? If you mad enough, shoot. It's your intent that works. Look, you ever, when a woman is mad at somebody, they just have bad luck. It's your intent.
Call from.
Hi, who's calling? Hello? Anybody there? Are you prank calling me? Are you? All right, bye. Uh-oh. So, yeah, it's just creating your light body. And then once your light body is created and you raise yourself to a certain frequency, then, your third eye activates.
Call from.
Hi, who's calling?
Hello, this is Janetta. How are you?
I'm good. You got a question?
Yes, I do. For the past month or so, I've been sleeping with high frequency music, and I've been getting the music off of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got to thinking, I was starting to have bad dreams. So is it a chance possibly I'm listening to stations I shouldn't listen to, or is it naturally bringing something out of me that's supposed to come out of me?
I wouldn't trust everything on YouTube because a lot of those are like disguised with the underlying, stuff in them. So maybe get it from a trusted source or make your own, or, a trusted source. Just not from anybody, because I've had that happen to me before, where I would listen to certain things and some of them were good, and then sometimes it wasn't, and I would realize, okay, well, maybe it's because this is a different channel, and I need to go back to that one that was okay. Not all of them are what they say that they are, so you got to be careful on who you're listening to, and just find a trusted source and make sure like they're making them on their own. I know Forbidden Knowledge TV has a lot of those meditations and stuff like that, and the frequencies, but you have to just see what works for you. Read the comments, because a lot of people will say in the comments what they're experiencing.
Okay.
So read the comments.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, I read the comments on some of those, frequency videos, and a lot of them are I've had terrible nightmares, and I laugh at them though. I'm like, this is hilarious. But it also helps you to choose which ones to listen to and which ones not.
Call from.
Hi, who's calling?
Hi, hello, this is Moses.
Hi. You have a question?
Yeah. Yes, I do. I wanted to ask in terms of chakras and the importance of unlocking them, and also in terms of what's to come ahead, the agenda from
Unlocking
government.
Government. I talked about that yesterday in my video, 2021 predictions or something like that. Or, what's to come in 2021. I did that video yesterday, but I'll talk a little bit about it. But you asked about unlocking chakra.
Yeah, exactly. And how that can help us navigate through the year.
So I tend to figure out which chakra needs the most work, and they have to be balanced. That means you have to be in control of them. Are you in control of your root chakra? Are you in control of, your heart chakra, your sacral chakra, your throat chakra? Are you in control of those, or are they in control of you? So it's the balance work, the emotional work, the controlling of desires, lower desires. If they control you, I think this is why people fast, to get their chakras balanced, by not overindulging in certain things and having control over what they're eating, right? Diet can help. Emotional balance can help, not getting upset, not, feeling a certain type of way, but just kind of using logic and saying what you need to say when you got to say it, not holding back what you need to say, or maybe holding back something sometimes that doesn't need to be said. So that's how you control and unlock a lot of your chakras based on your control. You can lock them and you can lock them and unlock them when you need them. So, but you are basically in control of them, and that's going to help you navigate.
Okay.
And the rest of the information, I think this pandemic is going to be around for about 4 more years, because they're going to try to force people to, get that injection. But if you can avoid it, you definitely should. But
yeah, that's crazy. That's really crazy. And also the test. I feel like there's something off with the test as well. My university literally is making it mandatory for us to get tested. They are saying by next year, they might have some facilities where you would have to first get a vaccine before accessing those.
Right. I said the educational system, the medical system, the government, and the military, they're all going to probably, if you're in those industries, you're probably going to be made to, get those things. But they may have are you a student or a teacher?
Yeah, I'm a student.
Okay. They may allow you to do online school, which a lot of people will do to avoid taking that. So, I would look into that option if you don't want to take it, because I have a video on Instagram with this nurse, because, those were the first people to take it. She took it and, her face started drooping and she couldn't smile anymore. She was like this. So, it's not worth it to me. I would definitely go to school online, and after the 4 years, if you're still in school, then you can return probably without needing it. But I would definitely start studying online, because it's not really going to be worth it if it's going to do those things to you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and Pete, one more question. It's kind of personal. With me, I really study late. I'm a master's student, so my schedule is very tough. And I come online, I see so many, the spiritual community basically going like, oh, we have this meditation, take this seriously. An example is the Great Conjunction. I literally missed so much of it because of my workload. Is there sort of implications for me, because I know I'm very spiritual, but then I don't have the time to balance it because of deadlines and
that's all part of the system. That's how it's set up on purpose, university, deadlines, lack of time. And if you look up the word degree and look up the definition and the etymology, it will tell you that it's a downgrade. Honestly, and I'm not trying to say, school is bad. I'm just saying, if you look up what the word is, if you look up the whole thing, it's being indoctrinated. So most of the greatest minds did not graduate college. Just understand that. Nikola Tesla, the dude, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Leonardo da Vinci, the ancient people of Kemet, they had the Egyptian mystery school. They didn't go to university. They were taught alchemy, the arts, about the cosmos and stuff like that. So a lot of these things are implemented to see if people are awake. Will you sacrifice your temple for a downgrade or a degree? You know what I'm saying? But there's always loopholes, which is online. You could do both still, but you got to be wise. It's good to
I
have a
think
degree. You can have a degree and your spiritual knowledge at the same time, so you balance it out. You don't get the downgrade, because if you only have one and you don't have this, then you're not balanced. So a degree is a downgrade if you don't have the spiritual knowledge as well to counteract it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So that's the loophole.
Yeah.
Just go to school online and get your spiritual education as well as, you're in what I call, university education.
Exactly. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And your recommendation for the Pierre Sabak book, it's been really helpful as well, the decoding of it. So I'm in Liverpool, and I think it's not far from there, so I got it from a store.
Oh, really?
So, thank you.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a good question. All right. Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Okay. You said he graduated. Bill Gates. Okay, so have you studied authors like Joseph Murphy? No, I haven't. But Golden, I have not studied those authors. I don't know who they are. But hello, who's calling?
Hey, sis, Pastor again.
Again, what you want, girl? I'm just kidding.
No, you was in the middle of saying something about if a woman has intentions strong enough that is powerful. Like anger or whatever like that. So I know, like, protecting yourself, just knowing you're protected and having the intention of being protected. But what if someone is sending you strong energy like that? Is there other ways to protect yourself from that? Or what is it like? Is it about whose energy is the strongest?
No, it's about your intention. It's almost like manifesting. If you're mad at someone because they did you wrong, and you say, you know what, I'm very upset at this person. I hope nothing in their life goes right because they did me wrong. I'm very upset at them, because we control, whether you know it or not, because that's why I would say know thyself. Women control a lot of things.
Right, with emotion.
In the quantum realm. With emotion. That's true. So if you're upset at something, it's going to manifest eventually if you stay mad long enough and concentrate, that intention. So the voodoo doll, somebody's asking about a voodoo doll. Voodoo doll is that intention concentrated in physical form and a material doll. So when you stab it or when you do something to it, it's like you're putting your physical energy into this vessel that represents this person. So it's like you're imagining it. And that's how it can happen faster, because you're actually handling a material and it's going to materialize in that person's life if your intent is strong enough.
But what if someone feels that way towards you?
A woman?
Yeah, I guess if it's a woman.
Usually if it's towards you and you don't know it, you're saying if you don't know it?
Well, I guess you could feel it in a way. So then I guess that's when your intention is to protect yourself by I guess shielding your energy or something from their energy.
Well, if someone, okay, so it's harder to bring harm on someone who didn't do you wrong. If they just hating on you to hate on you, their intent is not going to be as strong as someone who's been betrayed. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
but if they feel like it, your intention might not have been bad, but if they feel it, like they just feel like that's what it was, they got a reason, a justification to be that mad at you, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You have to be in the mindset that nothing can touch you.
Yeah, okay.
That's your protection, that, you can't touch this. you know, and that intention is thought every single day. So it's definitely stronger.
Okay.
You see? So if you walk around in that intention every day, it builds and builds and builds into your natural protection.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So just
okay, and also Kanye West graduated from college either.
Yeah, right.
I don't think he went to online school.
I don't think so. I think it's like a lot of people know that they'll go and then they'll drop out just so they can say, I don't have a degree, but I learned all I needed to learn, but I did not get the downgrade, you know, because it's a university is a metaphor for, you know, studying under someone. Like universe means like the same thing as the party, the ship, the kids. So you study under a university, but you never graduate, which means you're never reborn through them. They have to be reborn through you. You see? So yeah.
You were gonna finish?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And I was thinking when you said indoctrinated, where now they're indoctrinated to what the people over them wanted them to learn, and to use them like doctors or Lord or whoever to learn the stuff they wanted them to learn to be able to use, like for now with the doctors, that even though it might not be a coronavirus, but they feel like it is because of the things they were learned and taught by the people over them.
Right. And we can't really talk about that on YouTube, but I understand what you're saying. They teach them so that they control them. But if if they just get the knowledge and use it in their own way, then there's no control.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you again.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Sprinkle. Okay. So yeah. So what about an actual temple structure, otherwise sacred space? The temple is the same thing as the body. A church, a synagogue, a house. It's the same thing. It's your body. A sacred space is your body. You can create a house.
From
Natasha.
I'm sorry. I hung up. I'm so sorry. I hit the wrong button.
Call from.
Hi, who's calling?
Hey, Sarah.
Hi, who's calling?
Hi, this is Kalani. I was calling because I wanted to see whether or not, like using, like, let's say, not dark energy, let's just say, like, just magic to bind someone from harming you or from disrespecting you, would that lower your frequency?
Well, binding someone from disrespecting you. No, you have to open your mouth. You have to tell people, you better not disrespect me, or else what you're doing is you're restricting your throat chakra. You know, their throat chakra working fine, but yours is not.
Right.
So if you want to bind them, you got to talk to them. You have to say what you're trying to say, and then after you say it, you can bind them, but you need to tell them.
Okay. Another question, Shira.
Mm-hmm.
How would you know if somebody's like using your melanin to hit your ride? How would you know?
I mean, they probably are, but like it won't work. So don't even worry about it.
Okay.
It has to be in agreement. It has to be done in a natural way. It has to be done in a loving way. You know what I'm saying? So if without your permission, it's a no-go.
Well, okay. So it's like it doesn't matter whether or not like let's say like someone tricks you into signing something. For example, because I realized
it's a no-go.
I realized that I worked in a corporate workplace, like in a workplace where they tricked me into signing something that I shouldn't have, and I got fired or whatever. But I wonder if they also, if there was some spiritual repercussions.
Yeah, a corporation, like a body. Yes, and if you know, because you're aware of it, it's null and void.
Okay.
Because you're aware of it, you good, and you don't work there anymore. You fired. You know, that's why they use the term fired, because you got burnt.
Right.
You know, you've been burnt and exited from the body. So you're the burnt sacrifice, basically. But at the end of the day, you knew better. So you really didn't get fired. You just were let go. Think of it that way. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Shira. I love you so much.
All right. Thank you, girl. Love you too. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Thank you.
That's why don't ever say you've been fired. Say I've been let go or I quit you.
Call from.
Don't sign no paperwork either.
Tequila.
Hi.
To accept, press 1.
Oops. Hi. Tequila.
Hello.
Hi, Sprinkle Sprinkle. What's your question?
I have a couple of questions, but I first want to thank you for the information you're sharing tonight. It is very informative.
You're welcome. What's the question?
And well, a couple of nights ago, I experienced a sharp pain in my right eye. So I don't know whether to determine that as a download, because the next night after that, I felt really fatigued and tired, and I slept the whole day away. So I don't know if I should consider that as being a download.
Did you get any type of medication? Have you been to the hospital lately? Did you get a test?
No.
Okay, good. Right eye. You know, I think in your brain, your eyes are crisscrossed. So your right eye is your left brain. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And your left eye is your right brain. And so I think, do you have a prescription like glasses? Do you wear glasses?
I'm supposed to wear glasses, but it's been, I haven't worn them in a while.
That's why. Right now, the eye, you know, the eye is a part of your brain. And so if it's not able to focus or get the light that it needs in focus correctly, it could start headaches and, you know, sharp pains and straining the muscles and stuff. So that's why you got to wear your glasses or your contacts, because you'll get that bulging eye syndrome or headaches or whatever. You got to wear them glasses, and plus it'll help you, absorb the light better and increase your frequency too. Because when you're struggling to see, even though you think you can see, you can always see better. So wear your glasses and your contacts and see, how you feel. But I think it's just straining it, and you don't want to strain your eye, because that means you're straining your brain.
Okay. And another question I have, during meditation, I can feel the energy within me separate. On my left side, I can feel the energy flow freely like water. And on my right side, it felt heavy. So I was wondering, how do you balance your masculine and feminine energy? Like I noticed correct me if I'm wrong, the right side is the masculine energy. So how do you balance that?
I said the right side, and I think the right side is was that the feminine energy, or is it the left brain is the masculine energy and the right brain is the feminine energy? So you would balance that by using logic and creativity, creative logic, thinking outside of the box, new creative ideas that can, make money, or new creative ideas that make sense logically to fix us, to be a solution to a problem. So you said left is feminine? Okay. So I'm getting mixed up because I was talking about the crossing of the eyes. So, yeah, left is feminine. You were correct. Just make sure that you're using logic and creativity together and not separate. And when you approach a problem, think on both sides. What would a man do? What would a woman do? Now put those answers together and use strategy and, combine them.
Okay.
And I mean, whatever way you can figure out how to do that.
Okay. Because the reason why I asked you about the pain in my right eye, because I was doing another meditation, actually experienced my soul star, where I had got a glimpse of the Creator during meditation, and then he disappeared, and I could feel like a heavy vibration in my crown chakra, and I could see light above me.
Mm-hmm.
So doing research, I discovered it was the soul star above my crown chakra. So when I experienced that pain, I was like, is this part of a download? Because it felt like a needle penetrating my eyeball, and I was like, whoa, what is that? Then I just felt like, for the last couple of days, I felt really tired. So I was like, was that possibly a download that I was receiving?
What kind of meditation were you doing? Was it a guided meditation?
No, I was doing a breathing meditation where you breathe constantly, nonstop.
So you're breathing in you're breathing in souls, you're breathing in spirits, and there's taking your life force. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because right now, if you keep breathing in and out, what do you think you're inhaling?
Right.
And then also, if you have a high frequency, like I said, you're going to attract higher energies. But if you got a low frequency, you're going to attract lower frequencies. And all that breathing in and out and, meditation, at this time, there's a lot of like homeless spirits and souls around here. You know what I'm saying? So you might not have seen no Creator. You might have seen something else. That's why you got to be careful, because you're not going to see the Creator, because that's like a cell in your body trying to see your face.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
it's 963 hertz. Is that too high to listen to? Because I've been listening to that a lot.
I think you need to chill, basically. I think you need to just
I
think you need to chill, because I think you're doing a little bit too much right now. I think you just need to focus on raising your frequency. And then naturally you're going to receive. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a high frequency. Okay. And how you can get your high frequency is through diet, through don't try to force it. It needs to be natural.
Okay.
So you're listening to nice music, watching something that makes you laugh, being around people that you like, doing something you enjoy, keeping your diet right, stuff like that, and then maybe reading books, getting knowledge, stuff like that.
Okay, so with the breathing exercise, I could possibly be inviting something in that I don't want to invite in
at this particular time.
Okay, that's good to know. So,
and also you're also pushing out your life force as well. So that's why you feel tired, because someone's feeding off of that, or some energies are feeding off of your life force.
Okay, that's something I didn't know. I thank you so much.
You're welcome. Just breathe regular.
Okay.
That's all. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You have a good night.
You too. Bye. So another one. Okay, this is gonna be the last one for a little while.
Call from.
Hi. He's calling.
Hi, Shira. Oh wow, I got through. Yay.
Yay.
Can you hear me? Okay. All right. I did have a question for you. Okay, so I'm a single mom, and I have a 6-year-old son. And lately, and this has been happening more so for the past week or so, I've been feeling this heavy feeling of like, I don't know, sometimes like I look at my son and even when he's happy, I just feel sadness. It's almost like this fear of,
losing him, or maybe it's a fear of something happening to me, especially with everything that's been going on. So I'm wondering if, as a parent, you ever go through this? Could it be connected with everything that's been happening in the cosmos? You know, while I'm feeling this, I'm wondering if any other parents are feeling it's like this heavy feeling.
I think it's
like,
I think every parent goes through that. Can you imagine when he starts to drive?
I try not to think that deep.
Exactly. That's what it is. That's like you want to protect him, and you're starting to realize you don't have complete control over another being anymore, you know. So you fear for him, because the best thing to do in this is to teach him. Remember, because fear is alleviated with knowledge. So if you arm him with knowledge, if you arm him with anything he needs to know to stay safe, even if you don't think he's listening, it could be in his subconscious mind or whatever, it'll kick in. But you need to teach him certain things to help alleviate your fear that he doesn't know something that could save him. You know what I mean? So I talk to my kids all the time, and they're not even old enough to drive, but I'm already teaching them, like, don't do this when you start driving, and don't do that. Or, you know, you have to just arm them with information, or like, don't cut a plugged in wire with scissors, you know, because these kids don't know certain things until someone tells them or they're taught. I think that's why we have so much fear, because they don't know enough. So you got to teach, and help them, and help yourself, you know that they have the knowledge to, you know, avoid a lot of harm.
And that makes sense, and that's something that I know I've been trying to do, but I'll work on that more, because, you know, he's 6 and he has ADHD, so sometimes I wonder how much he retains. But I hear you, though. He probably retains way more than I give him credit. But here's another question I have for you: how do you shake that feeling as a parent? Because, you know, I know that everything is mental, right? And so what we focus on, we attract, and the last thing I want to attract is some of the things that I'm fearing.
Instead of
it's hard to shake that off. I don't know how to shake it off.
Start to see what you want for him instead. Like, do you want him to be successful? Do you want him to, you know, be happy? Start to see what you want instead of what you don't want. And just like you could manifest the negative, you could manifest the positive. So just start seeing what you want to see, you know, not what you don't want to see. And every time you have a negative thought, replace it with something you want to see from him. And after you do that for about 2 weeks, it'll become a habit, and it'll stop coming as often. But every once in a while, if you start to look too long, it may come back, because that's just your motherly instinct. So that's why you have to constantly replace those negative thoughts with what you want to see instead, and make it a habit. That's it, because you can't really do nothing but teach them and manifest what you want to see.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. Thank you so much, Ashura.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'll focus on that. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You're welcome. You too. Bye. Sprinkle. Okay, yeah, because I do that a lot, but you gotta realize there's nothing but you can do but teach.
Call from
manifest. Hi, who's calling?
Hey, Shira, it's Stephanie.
Hi, do you have a question?
Yes, I want to know, how do I get myself out of the mindset that someone is texting me? I got a reading a while ago, and now every time something goes wrong, I think someone is texting me.
I have a book called Turn Your Curse into a Blessing. Think about this. Everything wrong turns right. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If think about your life, if nothing had went wrong, you wouldn't be who you are today. You wouldn't know the people you know today, et cetera, right?
Right.
So you can't think of things going wrong as something bad. You have to think of it just as creating a different pathway, or getting you to focus on something else instead of this, or getting you to be solution oriented versus seeing something as wrong. See it as a challenge. See it as a way to increase your skills on creating solutions for things. You know what I mean? So you can't think of something as a negative. There's no such thing as a negative if you're solution oriented. It's simply a task. You know, like when you go to work and you have tasks to complete. To employers, these are, you know, problems that need to be fixed. To you, they're a task. So you have to just see them as tasks to fix. And, you know, as you keep moving through your tasks, you gain more experience and more value as, you know, a skilled person. And so the next time something comes your way, you can solve it quickly, move past it, teach other people how to do it, and you won't see it as something negative or something bad happening. You know, you'll try to find the good in it. Like if you get a flat tire, okay, that's not a hex. Maybe your man is in the waiting room of Discount Tire, you know, ready to sweep you off your feet. You don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at it like that. Look for the positive in the negative.
I've been trying. Well, I have been doing that lately because I don't really have a choice. So
Yeah,
I have been looking at it like that lately.
Like I remember one time I left my lights on in my car and my battery was drained, and I had to call, you know, the tow truck people to come, you know, give me a jump or boost because my husband wasn't home. So they came and jumped me and all that stuff for free because I was normally going to have to pay. I didn't have to pay. And they was like, oh, no, it's no charge, ma'am. And it just like, you know, that made my day. Shoot. So, you know, and plus, what if I was avoiding a car accident? What if somebody, you know, you have to think like this. What if I avoided a car accident? What if I avoided a truck turning over or, you know, running over something and, you know, spinning out of control? Maybe I wasn't supposed to be somewhere at a certain time, you know? Everything happens for a reason, and we have to understand that, and we can't automatically label everything negative a curse. We have to see the positive in it. Otherwise, it's kind of like seeing the light in the darkness, or seeing the solution in the problem, not the problem. Don't focus on the problem. Focus on the solution. And you'll never see a problem again. It's about perspective.
I like that. And like I said, that's how I've been looking at it lately because this is, I really don't have a choice but to see the positive now.
Mm-hmm. And if you start to see like that, you will never see negative again.
Okay. I like that.
Okay. So
thank you, Sarah.
Use it to your advantage. Okay. You're welcome.
I will.
Thank
you again.
Bye. Spring. All right. Hold on. I'm going to turn this off for a second and I'm going to take calls in another couple of minutes. Okay. So I wanted to kind of expand on what she was talking about. And you guys, I do have a book on Amazon. It's an ebook. You can download it, and it's called How to Turn a Curse into a Blessing. And all of that stuff that I was talking about, it goes into depth on how to do this. Just how to turn a curse into a blessing. Oh, Turn a Curse into a Blessing by Shira Star Goddess. I go by my alias on Amazon. So, a lot of people think they've been hexed, cursed, but it's an opportunity to become the best or better or an improved version of yourself, a skilled solution seeker. And so you won't have problems anymore because you'll only see solutions. You know how some people see 2 + 2 in kindergarten and they're struggling? It's a problem. But when you see 2 + 2, what do you see? 4. You understand? It's the same thing. You know, when you see the square root of 9, you don't, you know, as an elementary student, you struggle it. But, you know, when you get to junior high and high school, what do you see? 3. That's what it is. So before it was a problem, now you see the answers. Okay. But you need enough practice to memorize and to practice seeing the answers versus the problem. That's your practice. Do I love helping people? I love bringing people to a higher understanding of themselves or the world around them. I think people help themselves by asking the questions or doing the research or seeking the answer in some way. Oh, yeah. But I do like when people get what they need. Yes. Curse into a blessing. I love that. Oh, yeah. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Everything in divine order. Yep. Let's see. I met Lucy last week. He's 5'3", tan skin, long black hair with golden aura. Looks like JC. He said that's his twin brother. Sound like you met Prince. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Ow. You know he a Gemini too. So thank you for the donation, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I met Prince too twice. And he has sparkles in his hair. He said Prince was his twin too, for real. I believe it. Anyway, thank you. Can you call from Australia? If you can get through, I'll put it back up in a second. I'll tell you when I put it up. So manifesting and seeing things in a different perspective is what makes you more powerful as an individual, as a human being. Your perspective and your ability to manifest makes you very powerful. You just have to understand how to use it with no fear. 100%. Thank you. WS. You said you don't need more adversity. You don't need more of anything. That's why you won't see it as adversity. You'll see it as solutions. Like, think about a smart being that is more advanced than us. They will look at our toughest problems and see the answers straight off the bat that we haven't figured out yet and may not figure out for a long, long time. So it's simply just seeing the answers, not the problem. Thank you, Infinite Goddess. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate it. Nice donation. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So you said AI, huh? How can I find your ebook on Amazon? Just type in Ashira Star Goddess and click on books. I will pop up. All right. It's an ebook, by the way. How do you manifest money? I don't manifest money. I manifest streams of continuous flowing prosperity, abundance, financial abundance. Money is an object. If I manifest money, I might find a penny, darling. Okay. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people manifest money and they say it's not working, but did you find a penny yesterday? And did you find a coin on the floor? Did you find one in your vacuum? Then you manifested money. You see how you have to change your words? Your words are important. And money is a tool. It's not a stream of income. That is currency, stream, ideas, supply and demand. That's what you need to be manifesting. Thank you, Natasha. Just wanted to say thank you for guidance this evening. Oh, you're welcome. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. 11, yes. Exercise to reverse aging. Yes. Exercise those energies. Your son manifests money from my purse. Ooh, you better tell him to manifest money on his own somewhere else. So, you say you don't need no guidance. You're a man. You don't use GPS. You don't use Siri. You don't use Alexa. You notice they use women to tell you what to do? Take a left here. Okay. Every time you turn on that Siri or GPS and they tell you what to do, it's a woman's voice. Unless you change it to the male voice. Sasha made me change mine to the female voice because I had Siri on like an Australian male voice because the accent, when it pronounced certain words, it was funny and it would make me laugh sometimes because you know how the computer on the phone doesn't know how to pronounce certain words, and then it's in an accent and a male voice, so like it's extra funny. But Sasha said that Siri says more interesting things if you put it under the female voice. Because sometimes we ask random questions. You said you have him, he's my servant. Oh. What does it mean when you constantly see your birthday and 1111? Gateway, birth gateway. Reborn, rebirth. Reinvent yourself. Do something new. You need to do something new. Out of the old into the new. Birth something. Create something. Open your channel to receive ideas, birth an idea into manifestation, into the physical. Happy birthday, blessed, innovates. It's your birthday. Cool. You said Nikola Tesla was a man, not a woman. Need I say more? But he studied the ancient Kemet knowledge, and that came from the law of Ma'at, which is a feminine energy and goddess. So you're welcome. Okay. Hey Shira, today is my birthday. It's today or yesterday because I don't even know. Is it past midnight? Yeah, it's almost 2:00. I'm about to go in a few minutes. Well, happy born day, birthday, Earth Day, whatever. Get your party on. I read your mind. Yeah. And do you know I have this book, and a lot of the writings are to his mother. He writes to his mother a lot. Talks to his feminine counterpart a lot. And a woman did birth Nikola Tesla, just so you know. Do you like being a Pisces? Of course I do. You ordered that book? Cool. I'll probably watch Soul sometime this week. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet. Somebody said prank call somebody. Mm-hmm. Y'all's prank call, I might turn it into a prank call in reverse. Y'all know me. You said you're rich, but can't want have my heart because I'm going to marry myself. Wonderful. Okay. You gonna sign a prenup? But you wearing a dress or a tuxedo or both? Are you okay? I'll take one. I'm gonna take some more calls in a second. Hold on. Where you going on your honeymoon? Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Are you gonna wait till the wedding night to become intimate? You better wait till the wedding. You're gonna look in the mirror before the ceremony. You know it's bad luck to see the bride. So you can't look in the mirror. Good luck. Anyway, y'all know I'm just joking, right? I like to have fun. You had a list of dishes I wanted my mom to teach me. It was dismissed, and now my cousin mom sis passed, and she teaches her how to cook everything. My mom. Wait, it was dismissed, and now my cousin mom passed, and she teaches her how to cook everything. Well, find somebody that can cook the same dish, or maybe they have the recipe online. So it's not the time to start a new recipe, start a new tradition. Sometimes things are for a reason. Maybe you need to start a new recipe. You know, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sorry. Did you find it strange that people have been sleeping less? I sleep only 3 hours. Lately, I'm energized all day. Well, all this energy is coming in and energizing you. A lot of people don't need a lot of sleep anymore, or they sleep more at different times, but they need less food because that's also a form of energy. So I notice that I eat less. I know, and I sleep less. So yeah, because we're being energized in another way. We don't have to consume and sleep as much as we used to because all this energy that's flowing. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. Somebody said they get their recipes from Pinterest. Yeah. But sometimes people pass down recipes and you can't get them off of Pinterest, but you can find a similar one, like maybe from someone that was close to your family or, in the same kind of culture. And maybe you can find a similar recipe or create your own. Right. Mm-hmm. All right. So I open the phone line again so somebody can call now. Ask a question. I heard and what? One of the best things I learned from Shira is definitions and decoding. I pay attention to everything. Yes. It's her taking the time to teach her and gives me attitude when I ask her. I just see her helping others before me in a way. I'm sorry that happens, but sometimes you need to talk. All you got to do is open your mouth. You'd be surprised at what you can do. You know what I'm saying? I have kids, and if you're torn between 2 people or 3 people, or you have a lot to do, you may not understand how someone feels because they don't say anything. Sometimes you got to open your mouth and speak and tell them what you feel and solve the issue. Because like, if that were me, I would say something. I'm like, look, you better teach me how to cook this food before you die too. Or else I'm gonna cook a nasty recipe and say you taught me, so you better teach me right. Your legacy will be torn if I tell them you taught me how to cook and it tastes bad. So you better come on. Talk, tell people. Like right now is the time of revelations. We need to be talking and telling people stuff. We need to be telling people how we feel. We're telling people what we think. If it's going to benefit us, we open that throat chakra, balance it, talk. Mashed potatoes with raisins. No. Do I manifest? Do I coach how to manifest? No, but I have a book and another book coming out this week. But you can get Turn a Curse into a Blessing as an ebook on Amazon. Just type in Ashura Star Goddess on Amazon and that book should pop up. But I have a book coming out this week that will help people manifest. And it's going to be a physical book that you can order. It's going to be a paperback. Okay. How do you reinvent yourself? Daily. Clothes, style, interests, hobbies, topics, interests, wigs, makeup. However you can. Do what you got to do. The phone is going to voicemail. Oh, no. Hold on. All right. Try again. I think it's a lot of people trying to call at the same time. Let's see. Is this how I take the call? Yeah, they're all saying missed. Okay, I'm going to call back a random person. How about that? Wait, unless I can't call. It's kind of late. Oh, here comes one.
Call from.
Hi. Who's calling? They done hung up. Boo. Well. Next. All right, I'm getting ready to go in a few minutes, so someone needs to call back or call in, or there's too many people calling at the same time. That's why. Here we go.
Call from.
Hi, who's calling?
Hi, Shira. This is Elise.
Hi. You have a question?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I had a question about, this is COVID stuff been going on, I don't know. But every time, the police is around, it feels like I'm having, a flashback or, a heavy weight or something. Like, I'm not doing nothing wrong or anything,
You've been arrested before?
Never in my life. I never witnessed something bad happening to people either by the police, I actually witnessed the exact opposite. But this year, every time they're around, my heartbeat rates are pounding.
There was a time that, because I don't drive a lot anymore, and so I don't really run into that. But there was a time where I would hate driving because when I see like a cop car in the back, I'm like, oh, I don't want to get a ticket. I don't want to get stopped, you know, da, da, da. So what I started doing is manifesting like that they don't see me, you know, like an invisibility cloak, you know, like, yeah, I don't see me, you know, drive right past. I am not in your peripheral.
Like,
So it's kind of like you have to,
like, I started digging. I couldn't think. I couldn't see. You know, the man actually, you know, helped me because I couldn't see nothing. And he was like, you know, calm down, you know?
right. Yeah, I think the fear has to be, you choose power over fear, you know, the power to use your energy to block, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so think otherwise.
Like, yeah, like you don't see me. You ain't even looking at my car. Look over there. You know, that's what you have to be thinking. It's like you're cloaking. It's called, if you were doing some type of spell, it would be a cloaking spell. You don't see me. I'm invisible. I move here, I move there, and you can't see me. Like the Tupac song, you can't see. Just play that.
Okay, just like imagine your destination.
It works because, like, if you don't believe that they can see you, and you put that out, and you're pushing, and you're manifesting, and that's surrounding you, that's your frequency. They can't see you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Just play that Tupac song and do what you got to do. I don't know.
All right, you have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that's what I do. Like this is supposed to be easy and fun, not so serious and, you know, full of fear. We create this, and we can create our way around things, through things. We see the solutions and not the problems. So just, yeah, focus on creation.
Call from.
Hi, who's calling?
Hi, my name is Laura.
Hi, you have a question?
Yes, I do have a question. I was wondering if you could explain the connection between extraterrestrials and ancestors and negative and positive, you know, entities in relation to that.
Just like humans?
Just like humans, like
there's bad, negative people, positive people. Most people are extraterrestrials, you know, that are not from the earth. Like if you're a cosmic being.
Like do black people have extraterrestrial DNA?
Because we're cosmic, because we have the dark matter, the eumelanin within us. And so that's cosmic, that comes from the cosmos. So, but everybody, even the earth is from the cosmos. So everything is seeded extraterrestrial. Like a comet hits, or a meteor hits the earth, and there's extraterrestrial DNA or seeds in it, or from a different planet, and then a tree grows, and that tree is extraterrestrial. The bacteria on it starts to grow, and that, you know, those cells and bacteria are extraterrestrial. So everything is extraterrestrial. That's why the whole goal is to get out and be spaceborne, like the Emerald Tablets talks about. And so yeah, everybody's extraterrestrial to a certain extent, because a lot of people are hybrids too.
Right. And by hybrid, do you mean with like reptilian DNA as well?
Well, think about this. Mammals and reptiles mated. What would that create?
A hybrid, like, species?
In the occult, they call it the hairy fish. I know it sounds weird, right? But
weird.
Yeah. Like, okay, think about this. Like, you have skin and it flakes, right? That's reptilian.
Oh.
Does fur cover your entire body?
No.
That's mammalian. So you're a hybrid of a reptilian and a mammal.
Oh, okay. Is there I just have another quick question. Thank you so much. Is there any spiritual significance
to November 9th when Donald Trump was elected? Or is that just the significance of that date that he was elected?
11/9.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you think about the name November, and 11, November is not really 11, it's 9. Because October is 8. They've changed the calendar. But everyone thought,
because I was born on November 9th, so I was wondering if there was any more significance to that.
Some people are saying 9/11, the gateway,
right?
The gateway to the 9 ether. Yeah, because Donald Trump is the quote unquote the last president, and that's why they keep calling Joe Biden the president elect. Because if you read the book of Enoch, they talk about the elect, which means the electromagnetic people, which would be the people with high frequencies, which would be the highly melanated people. So this is why his colors, or the Democratic colors, are blue, which represents the highest, one of the highest on the spectrum, which is like gamma ray. And then the low would be the red. So you have Donald and you have Joe, and November 9th is the gateway to the 9 ether elect to become the presiding force. Because the elections are not about politics. They're about control over the planet, over the country, about who controls what. And it's been a long time since, it's been a very long time, and now the control is shifting. It's the power shift. So that's why all the stuff that's going on, the Black Lives Matter, all of that had to, get out of the way so people could shift. Someone says the soul of the nation, right? So yeah, that's what it's about. The date is always significant because they're always doing rituals and da 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 da. So election means, to put someone in power that's elected in power. And when you line up to vote for these people, you remember when I was telling you guys, vote meant to vow or to worship,
right? To vow.
You get under, your energy gets under them, and you make them almost like a godhead. So a lot of people lined up under someone to make them their godhead. And I don't think that people realize that until it's too late. That's why I don't vote. I'm my own godhead.
Right. I just have one more quick question. Is there any significance to like World War III and like an intergalactic war between us and,
World is code for the children of Earth, which are the pheomelanated. War means to battle frequencies. There's going to be a frequency battle. That's why they say it's going to be a spiritual war. Say spiritual war. Yeah. So they're trying. There's the energies and the spirits that are coming in. They need to embody people. They need to bring ideas, and they can only embody certain frequencies. So in order to fight for this knowledge and this information, people either have to mix, they have to be bodied, they have to be under some type of mental hypnosis, contract, some type of, DNA change type thing. You know what I'm saying? So all the stops are being pulled at this time because it's kind of like somebody's throwing money, but if you blind and you can't catch it, you gonna need somebody to help you catch it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's what it is.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ashira.
You're welcome.
Taking your time.
Sprinkle.
You have a nice evening.
You too. Bye. So they're yes, money. You need somebody to help you catch it. Right. Samurai, do you realize who samurais? Okay, so no. Oh, we got another caller.
Call from.
Hi, who's calling?
Hi, this is Melissa.
Hi, you got a question?
Yes, I do actually. I'm so happy I actually am able to talk to you. But I had a question. If you are familiar at all with the crystal moldavite, and if you are, what is your opinion on it?
I slept with that under my pillow when I first got it, and I had some crazy, insightful, strange dreams because it's like billions of years old. It's from like a meteor, and I slept with it under my pillow. And worked with it like that and got some, cosmic, energies and vibrations and stuff like that. I slept with it on my pillow for months and months.
Do you think that crystal is related at all to maybe the emerald tablets themselves? And also another question is, did you experience any other symptoms besides crazy dreams when you were working with it?
I felt like there's it's weird, but it's like a primordial force, I would call it like a very ancient, old primordial force, because crystals are sentient beings as well. So they are alive. And so, if you're sleeping with something under your pillow, and exchanging frequencies and things like that, a lot of things can be transferred, as far as knowledge and stuff like that. But I didn't really experience anything else but knowledge and a feeling of some type of primordial, darker, cosmic energy, which is what I was trying to find. So, I was looking for that.
Right.
What do you think? What did you experience?
Well, when I first got my moldavite crystal, actually prior to it, I started getting this really intense craving to get it. Like, it just kept popping into my brain. I would just have random thoughts about it to the point where it was getting like more and more recurring. So I actually purchased it. And when I first got it, I was concerned that it was going to be fake, or I was kind of scared of it because I did research and I heard some really intense things about it. But once I actually held it, it felt like I was holding onto a battery. Like, it was buzzing. I literally felt like this high frequency buzzing to the point where I almost didn't want to hold it anymore. And then I started getting headaches for the first couple of days that I was wearing it, but I didn't want to. I wore it as a necklace, but I didn't want to take it off. And after those couple of days, I kind of got used to it, but I did definitely experience crazy dreams that, in my opinion, are very coded. And I've just kind of been looking up the definitions. And I've been kind of stringing things together a lot faster than prior to me working with moldavite. So I definitely kind of relate to your experience. So it kind of just checks off a couple things on my list. But I have one more question.
Okay, go ahead.
Over the course of my spiritual journey, I've kind of realized that when I fall asleep, or right before I fall asleep, my body starts to shake. And sometimes even to the point where, like, say I have a partner or something like that, they'll even notice that my body starts to shake. I've done some research on it and I have my own theory, but I wanted to kind of hear your perspective on that kind of experience of, people shaking or kind of like vibrating before they fall asleep.
Yeah, a lot of times that's your ethereal, and also like your astral body trying to separate, so that's what happens sometimes. Because sometimes I'll fall asleep and I'll catch myself, like I'll like wake up and jerk, because I feel like, because I'm drifting off and I'm about to separate. But that happens sometimes. So you gotta ground your energy. You gotta ground your energy by doing something, like maybe you need to ground your energy more by doing something more mundane before bedtime, or not wearing your moldavite as much. Maybe skip a day or just sleep with it under your pillow, because you're not, maybe you need to kind of pull back a little bit, because you can't be 100% all spiritual all day, every day, because we still live in this, material world, and we need to also stay grounded, so we don't experience a lot of these harsher symptoms. You know what I'm saying? You can still get the same amount of, knowledge and frequency, but you don't need to overdo it. You know how, like, when you keep your phone plugged in too long, the charger gets hot, or
Right.
it starts shifting around and damaging the phone, because you're on it while it's, charging or plugged in or whatever. It's too much, and so you need to kind of ground a little bit.
Right. That makes sense. Thank you so much for taking my call, and thank you so much for the content that you provide to everybody. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. Sprinkle. Okay. So you do the same thing. Okay. That's why I have to. I have balance. Like, I gotta do this and I gotta do that. Because I remember when I was only solely focused on spiritual stuff, it's like if you get overloaded and you have to stop, or else you'll drain yourself and you'll start, losing energy instead of gaining it. Can I bull? Hold on one second. Hi.
Call from.
Hi, who's calling?
Hi, my name is Chelsea.
Hi, what's up? You have a question?
I do. Actually, it's about this dream I had. It was a while ago, a few months ago, and it was kind of like very vivid and intense, but I'll shorten it as best I can because it's very detailed.
I'm not taking dreams, baby. I told y'all I don't want to hear nobody's dream. Decode the symbolism of it. And that's what the dream means. That's one thing that I think most people need to do, and learn how to decode their own dreams. It's all symbolism. All dreams is symbolism. All you gotta do is decode the symbols in the dream. But I'll take another question. I just don't want to hear anybody's dreams, because it takes too long, and it's all just symbolism. If you want to tell me the main symbol in your dream, then that might be okay. But I don't want to hear a long drawn out dream.
Sure thing. So the main symbol was basically the mRNA, mRNA, but at the time I didn't know it was that. It was just very strange, because I was dating a little girl from ghosts being drowned in a pool, pretty much, and her name was Myrna. So I looked it up, and I woke up, and the whole injection thing came up. I just thought that was so odd. And I did some research into it, but I was just really getting confused, honestly. I didn't know where else to go.
You need to slow down and write down each symbol. You said drowning. You need to write down the body of water. Write down her name. Write down whatever you said with the RNA, and decode those three things. And
what's a good place to start?
Yeah, just focus on those three things, and you'll come up with it. From what I'm hearing, a body of water represents a spiritual journey or a spiritual rebirth. Drowning represents, breathing in water, inhaling water. Water is symbolic at this time, of, plasma, energy, melanin, lungs, breathing in things into your lungs. Drowning, that's the whole thing that's going on right now, but in a different form, in a different way. And Myrna, M-E-R, myrrh is the sea. like mermaid, Murray.
Yeah.
The ocean represents the cosmos.
Yeah.
And the cosmos are the cosmic people, or who. So that's how you need to break it down. It's just, you just have to slow down and pick out the symbols and keep going.
Okay. You can really learn to be patient.
Mhm.
But thank you. I didn't get the part about the whole dream thing, so I apologize about that.
No, it's okay.
But I
You might
really
have came in
appreciate
late.
it.
You might have came in late, but I did say it earlier.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, though, for taking the time.
Oh, you're welcome. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. Okay, so hold on one second, y'all, before y'all call back. Let me turn this off real quick. So someone's asking me about the bull symbolism. The bull symbolism has two horns, right? So two bulls. There's two bulls. The symbol of dualism, duality. A bull is a cow, a male cow. This is what was worshipped in, the old days, but a bull and a cow represent, the cattle or the herd, or, these energies that are dual, like Baal, like the god Baal. They had the golden calf and the two horns, which is the two frequencies. And the Bible means the two bulls. That's why there's a New Testament and an Old Testament. So it just represents duality within, whatever it is that you're worshiping, or whatever it is that you're trying to control as cattle. Let's see, if you're asleep, you're cattle. But if you're awake, you're God or godlike. So it depends on what your consciousness is at the moment. So, if you look at the Red Bull can, and there's two bulls, and they say Red Bull gives you wings. And the can is blue, silver, and red. This represents the duality, the red and the blue, which is the higher frequency, the lower frequency, the melanated and the eumelanated. In Mercury, it's the wings, because the Caduceus symbol. So it's the alchemy of the black and the white mix will give you wings to fly up out of here. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, it's the mix. It's the two. The two become one. And the calf, or the cow, the mother cow, the female cow, was also worshipped because she would give milk and nurse. And the milk represents, the food, the life force, and all that kind of stuff. So it goes deeper than that, but that's what it means in a nutshell. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I guess that's all the calls I'm going to take, because it is kind of late. You said you became atheist when you realized you're God. You can't be atheist if you think you're God. You believe in yourself, right? Right? Then you ain't an atheist. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, so it's a lower beast that they can control. But it's also a way that they can free themselves as well. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What? That's next level narcissism? No, it's not. People think that that's just taking full control and responsibility for your life. That's how I think. If you think you're a god or God, it means you're taking full responsibility of everything you do and say. And so to me, it's better than saying, I am powerless. Please help me, someone. Hear my prayer, A, B, C, and D. So I think it's a form of ascension, actually. I definitely think it's a form of ascension to say that you are a god or a goddess, because it simply means you took control of your life and you took your power instead of being, under the power of someone or something else. So it is a form of ascension and an indoctrination or an initiation into a higher consciousness, because people don't just walk around talking about I'm a god, I'm a goddess until they understand what it really means. Then they could back it up. But if you feel some sort of way about saying I'm a god or I'm a goddess, you ain't ready. You have to do more learning to understand that it means taking full control and full power of your life to the best of your ability. So that's why. Can I please take one last call? What if you don't even get through? Okay. Okay, I'll call you, but you have to cash at me like $1 so you can send me your phone number. And that way I can call you, unless you feel comfortable putting your phone number down here for everybody. But I'll put my cash app. Or just send me $1. I'll send it back. Okay, I'll put it in the comments. Do you have cash app? But if you feel like putting your number, I'll take it. I don't know. You can delete it, I think, right after, right? But I gotta. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, you just send me $1. I'll send it back, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Happy birthday. If you could design a pandemic tea, what main ingredients would it have? A tea. Well, you mean like strictly herbs? Somebody said reed and green leaves. Anything that fights off mucus. So I don't know whatever your herb list calls for that fights off mucus. And anything that boosts the immune system, and anything that helps you vibrate higher on a higher frequency. Whatever that is. Look it up. You said elderberry, turmeric, and cayenne and garlic. Okay, that sounds like it tastes nasty. But if it worked, right? Somebody said sea moss, oregano, rosemary, hyssop, thyme. So all of that stuff. Okay. Thank you, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Let me see if she sent the cash app. If not, I shall be done in a second. I'll give her a couple more minutes. Here in France, the Dr. DeVito said in an interview that the end of the crisis will be on the horizon of 2024. Yep, I told y'all. Yes. So 2020 to 2024, and then 2025, it's going to be like freedom. 225 459, baby, 9. Okay. There's no Cash App? Oh, no. Well, okay. Just everybody don't call, hang up the phone. Let me call, let this chick call in because it's her birthday. Blessed. Blessed wants to call. I'll do that for her birthday present. Okay, hang up the phone. Everybody hang it up. Click. And put the phone down. Nobody called. All right. Try to call now, girl. See what you can do. What dimension do I think I'm on? I'm on or in? Are we really on or in a dimension? That's the best question. Call now. The number's up there. So good. Like, okay, so are we in or on the third dimension? Are we in or on or out or in the fourth dimension? I think depending on the dimension you're either in or on. Or maybe you're both. You're in the fourth dimension and on the third dimension. Or in the fifth dimension. That's on the fourth dimension. You think we're moving into the fifth? Yeah. The fifth dimension is going to be full of illusions, holograms, and no secrets. Are you ready to have your mind read? Are you ready to see everything and create whatever you want to see? Because I think 5D has no privacy, just so you know. You ain't got no privacy. There is no privacy in 5D. That's why, that's why people are talking code. Because let's say you don't know code. Well, that's your privacy, the secret code. Unless people know code. So let's say I'm thinking about an elephant, a truck, and a candle, right? And you can read my thoughts. Why should you think about elephant, trucks, and candles? That's stupid. But those thoughts can be symbolic of a message I'm trying to convey. So you won't get it, but somebody else will. See, that's the beauty of code. It translates in telepathy, symbol, and words. That's why I was trying to teach y'all how to decode, because it will help your privacy. Okay.
Call from.
Hello.
Hi, Shira.
Is this you?
Yes, it's me.
Happy birthday. Is this the birthday girl?
Thank you. Yes, it is. That's good.
It worked. Okay. Thank y'all for not calling. I said, thank y'all for not calling.
Oh my gosh. Thank you everyone for not calling. Okay, so I have a bit of it's a very short story. I know you don't like to hear like the long dreaded stuff, but I've been noticing ever since you mentioned like people just being aware in general and not like accepting deals at this time and point and this, that, and the third. in my personal life, I've just been having this one particular guy at the dealership. Apparently, he just keeps calling, and he's like, "Oh, we've got a better deal on your car. It's still fairly new, but you can come in. We'll trade you in for like a better car, and the interest rate will be much, much lower, given that it's been like 2 years, we're almost going to 2 years since you've had your car now." And he just keeps pressuring as if like almost like saying, if you don't do it, you're gonna die, kind of thing. But I keep hearing your voice in the back of my head, like, "Yep, now it's not the time to do that." And I just keep saying, you know what? If the deal is meant for me, it will be there next year. And he's like, "Well, but next year you can't come in. It has to be done kind of now. Like, I can book your appointment tomorrow." Like,
you know what that is?
It doesn't work like that.
Cars are code for bodies.
Okay, makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So that's why he's trying to push that. And a lot of these people, they don't realize what they're doing. They may just be put under pressure by their company, because everyone that they claim, their company claims,
Mm-hmm.
So they may just be put under pressure as a salesman to sell these cars, and they don't know why, but they're kind of what I call headhunters. And so they would be hunting for the corporation. And so everyone that they get belongs to the corporation, or the corp or the body. So that's why I said, wait till after New Year's. Who cares? They'll be there.
I just said the same thing to them. I'm like, well, I'm not in no rush. I'm like, you don't hear me complaining about whatever I pay and whatnot at this particular time of point.
You can mess with them. You can mess with them right now. You can say, well, I'm only coming in if you take $5,000 off. Otherwise, don't call me no more. They might
if you take $5,000 off, that's a good one.
They'll be like,
and also
no, go ahead. No, they'll be like, "Oh, well, I can't do that, ma'am," and they'll stop calling you.
That's a really good one. It's like, well, that's how I'm gonna stop. Because like just even on Saturday, I had 7 missed calls from him. I was like, oh my god, how can you be like this? I get if you're a salesman, but if you call once or twice and it's not working, what's to say keep trying? You know what I mean? But I guess try it until you can't try anymore. And another weird thing is that yesterday, which was the 27th, today would be the 28th, obviously, my car got broken into right when I was about to go to the mall to go exchange all the gifts I got for Christmas, right? And I was like, well, let me just go down, the parquet, get the card and leave or whatever. So I was like holding on the bags. And the weird thing is the guy that broke into my car, he was actually sitting in the parquet, and I recorded the whole thing. The police came and, he managed to like run away or whatever. But it was like so strange how that happens. Like Saturday, this guy was calling nonstop. And yesterday was just a strange day altogether. And the whole car thing happened. And I was like, what's like the weird coincidences of all this happening? But I don't believe in coincidences anyways.
What kind of car do you have?
Like,
that may have something to do. What kind of car do you have? That may have something to do with it.
SRT, a Jeep.
Yeah, that's what it is, a Jeep. Is it one of those kind, like, okay, Jeep is code. It's a military vehicle, and you can remove the top, so that's code for, like, you can remove the top off, there's no boundary or barrier between you and the heavens. And so when people try to sell you a new Jeep or try to get you to, trade in, or when they break into a Jeep, it represents kind of like hacking the matrix, That's why, I know.
Because it just got broken into again in November when I went to visit a friend at a friend's house. Yeah. And I was like, okay, that's very strange.
Yeah, it's like right now, it's kind of like a ritual that people are probably doing. If you look up, there'll probably be a lot of Jeeps getting broken into right now. So I don't know, maybe you need a different brand car for real, so that stops happening.
But I've had Jeeps all my life, so it's like ever since I started driving, it's just been Jeeps. So
yeah, but now
I guess it's time to move on.
Yeah, but like right now is what the ritual is. If you, I don't know, I guess a lot of, if you notice, a lot of rap songs talk about Mercedes because it's a wheel. It's a wheel with 3 lines. And so that represents also the Trinity and control of the wheel. So that's why a lot of people will say, "Oh, I drive Mercedes," and they'll if you watch a lot of the Mercedes commercials, that's why they always put Santa with the Mercedes, because he represents the sprinkling of the gifts or the control of the wheels. And so the Jeep is basically a military vehicle that can be hacked and you can hitch a ride in. And if they get you to trade in your car, or if they break into your car, that's the hacking the matrix. Physically, it's a ritual. So if you can get you a Mercedes, you might be good.
Switch over to a Mercedes, because it's been 1 year. Like, that's never happened before.
I know, but
it's November, December.
It's 2020.
Okay.
It's 2020. This is the year. This is the start of a lot of stuff. So that's why it probably happened.
Okay, time for a switch. Well, thank you so much for taking my call. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Happy birthday. Velvet says happy birthday.
Thanks, Velvet. And thanks, Shira.
You're welcome.
Good night, everyone.
Oh, you too. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Oops. I was pressing it before I could say goodbye, but thank you, girl. Thank you. Thank you, Christine Sprinkle. You said this is for kitty treats. Oh, thank you. So I said thank you. Thank you. She's like, don't put me in front of that camera. Just let me sit in your lap. So I took the top off the Maybach, right? Mm-hmm. Real queen of the shoe. Yeah, she just jumped on my lap. She's my baby. She's purring. Yeah. Y'all want some cat ASMR? Purr in there. She look in the microphone. You nasty. All right. Oh, all right. I think I'm going to go now, but I had fun with y'all. This was fun calling in. Maybe we'll do this again soon, but not all the time, just sometime. And that way y'all can get y'all's questions together. Maybe I'll take a guest caller where we could do a split screen if someone wants to do that and talk about something. That'll be fun too. But I just want to test it out on this channel. What about 4 rings in the Audi car? What that represent? I don't know. My husband drives an Audi. I never even researched that. Does anybody know what the Audi means? Audi, 4 rings, 4 frequencies. I don't know. I'll research it though. You said world car. Mm-hmm. You said get Billy Carson again. I'll ask him. Y'all want him, or who do y'all want me to collab with? Someone? Give me some ideas. The 4 nations. Mm-hmm. No, I didn't say Jeeps weren't good. I'm just saying at this time they're being used as rituals because of what they represent. Yeah. 4 life cycles. Okay. I got Velvet's fur on my lip gloss. Kitty. So How I want a Porsche 911. Okay. I know that, didn't they come out with an electric Porsche? Like that runs all, it's all electric. I do think the questions were good tonight as well. She's digging her paws into my leg. You know how cats do like this? And she has claws. She's trying to play. You trying to play? You trying to play? Yeah. Good kitty. This is my child. This cat loves me. I don't know why she loves me so much, but I guess. Bye. Okay. Oh, she's scratching the carpet. What is the symbol of black cat? Sweet. Sweetness. Look up Bast. How do you manifest your neighbor gone? I manifested my neighbor's gone. Bye, Felicia. I think you have to have that intensity. Like you got to just mean what you think and think what you mean. Like, I had some neighbors and they had too many cars and I hated. They are parked all on the street. They had too many cars. Like, why you need all them cars? And they were all like one person's car because they're crazy. They had like several cars and like you need a bigger driveway or garage. And so I kept saying, I hate all these cars on the street. It's I hate that. And then before I knew it, their house was up for sale and they moved. Bye, Felicia. But every time I would see it, I would be like, they need to do something, They're gone. So just have that intense feeling or intention whenever you see them, whenever you see their house or whatever. Okay, you probably weren't the only one that felt that way. I know, so it helps when more people are manifesting the same thing. Mm-hmm. Can I do a video on Bast? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I have to be careful doing that stuff. Sometimes they get hurt. Yeah. The jars work well. Yeah, I think some people, it works, but you just got to keep doing it. Hi, I have to be careful. Yeah. Like, I think once you know your own strength and your own power, it's easier to control. Okay. Best magical creature, cat. Duh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cats. You're manifesting home ownership. Oh, well, good luck. Congratulations. You can do it. It's not, It's a process, but very possible, and probably nothing compared to the inner work that most people have to do. That's just like when you conquer all your, things that are working against you internally, everything else on the outside is a breeze because you have all that discipline, and anything else is not very challenging. That's why if you focus on yourself first and balance yourself out, control yourself, take full responsibility of self, everything else is super easy, or easier. I'll say that. Your ancestor says some of us are born with a serpent in us. You mean the Kundalini energy? Yeah, that's the Kundalini energy. That's the serpent is the spine, the Kundalini energy that rises up the spine into, that's true. Everything is code. You just have to interpret it. Can I talk more about my connection with Ashura goddess? It's just, it's just metaphor for the mother energy or the divine feminine energy. Isis, Inanna, Aset, same energies. Ishtar, it's all the same energies. Yes. Ford Mustangs have a snake cobra as the symbol for their car. Really? Oh, because there's the cobra version of it, right? Very interesting, because that's super coded there. It's too intrusive to ask a wealthy why he didn't marry his. I don't think you got the wrong channel. This is our spiritual channel. The books of Don Juan. Okay. Are they coded? I've never read them. Can you speak on justification in spell work? What do you mean justification? Am I safe as a man from narcissistic or unfair women who would try to unfairly use magic against me, even if they feel justified? I ask because people say a woman's curse is hardest to undo. Yep, because she stayed mad long. Yeah, women's curses are very hard to undo because they hold on to that because they feel like you owe them something. I watched a movie like that over the holidays. I forgot what it's called, but it was about this. This guy was cursed for doing this woman wrong, and his daughter actually got the curse instead. But he had to go back and apologize to all these women until he found the one he hurt the most, and then asked her for forgiveness, which was his dead wife. So he had to go to the cemetery. But I forgot the name of that movie. But yeah, a woman will take that to her grave. Sadly, you're gonna have to find whoever you messed over and apologize, or pay, give her some money or something. I don't know. It'll come back on them, though. You need to do a cleansing. He said, "And the devil." I wouldn't hate anybody that much or dislike anyone that much to do anything negative to them because I just don't care enough. I'm on to the next. But that's because I never allowed someone to take advantage of me, or I never left a relationship feeling like I was cheated out of something. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I never had the relationship to where I felt like somebody owed me something because I never gave more than I was given. And that's the key. If you're taking advantage of a woman and she's giving more than you're giving her, you're more likely to suffer. And if she does something against you, like especially with her intent, or if she does magic against you. So that's the best thing I can tell you. Don't accept stuff like if you're a man, don't accept more from a woman that you're willing to give her. And there you go. You said don't hold grudges, right? Mm-hmm. It's smart to do a reversing. The thing is, it's most of it is mental. If the mentality is not behind it, the physical stuff means nothing. What is your mind saying? It's kind of like learning a dance. It's kind of like watching someone who can really dance well versus someone who's counting steps. You know what I mean? You're not going to get the same effect. So that's what I'm saying. Would I agree that weed helps to connect to your higher self? Why or why not? No, I don't agree. I believe that you should be able to connect to your higher self naturally if you're able to do so. You know what I mean? It's kind of like saying, oh, I can win a race if I drink a Red Bull and take these pills versus I can win a race naturally, So it's a crutch, basically. It's a crutch. See if you can do it without it. That's the real challenge. If you want, some people will spiritually fast in order to feel high. Okay. They'll fast from not eating for like 3 days and just drinking water. And your ethereal body is very light and disconnected, so it's less grounded, and so you'll be able to reach your higher spiritual self just by starving. But I don't starve. I like to eat, but I can reach that just by my imagination and just out of the box ideas and thinking. Right. You said it's called ketosis delirium. Yeah, same thing, right? See, I be hungry. It's called hangry. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. You hooked on coffee? Many rituals help you feel connected, right? I think once a lot of people mature in their spirituality, they'll understand that if you can't do it without anything else, you can't do it, period. You know what I'm saying? So trying to get off of the crutches, if you use that to connect to higher self, because when you are really, like, when you need to do it for real, you're not going to be able to do it without having a substance. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, thank y'all so much for tuning in and calling in. Y'all had some good questions. I will do this again soon. But if you have any ideas or who you want me to collaborate with, who you think will collaborate with me, because y'all have to remember that too. They got to want to collaborate with me too. And you have to understand that not everyone shares the same point of view. So if y'all want to suggest someone that you think will be a good collab with me, let me know in the permanent comments. That way I can see it later. So thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all later. Bye.